Welcome back, family, to Northside LDN Caramba. And today we've got Man United moving, doing bits, getting players over the line. Do you know what I mean? Man United with a double swoop for Ligt and Mazraoui. What are you telling me? Yo, real king. Look, he's gassed right now. Look at him. He's on cloud 9 right now. Look at that smile, bro. That's so bad. What are you telling me, bro?
Listen, big up Northside, big up the chat. Always blessed to be here, fam. Obviously, I can't go hiding. You know what I mean? I have to be here, bro. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy that the way that we're getting in players, Ligt and Mazraoui, and we got rid of Saka as well. And obviously, Bruno got Bruno's getting a pay rise. Obviously, I'm going to speak about that as well. But first, on the Mazraoui and Ligt thing. Yeah, they're two good signings. Ligt, I think, was like 45 million plus 5, and Mazraoui was about 15 million. And people say Ligt isn't it. People say Ligt is very slow, and he hasn't got pace. No, like. Delit's not like a Rashford where he's very quick, or he's a Mbappe where he's very quick, or he's not a Varane where he's very quick. But Ligt is not slow, but he's not like rapid quick. He's got good pace in it. Like he's got 70. Like if I had to rate his pace on FIFA, his pace is like 77, like decent pace. He's got decent pace, and he can recover. He can recover well when he's in tough situations, and he's very good at clearing the ball and intercepting crosses what comes into the box. So Delit's a decent defender. And obviously, we needed a defender because Yeni Euro got injured, but we needed another defender anyway because Sancho has a lot of injury issues, and obviously we got Lindelof and Maguire. Like Maguire's probably okay for 4th or 5th choice, but he's not like amazing. But that's why we needed to get in a centre back. And we got another centre back in the Ligt, so I'm happy with the Ligt signing. The Mazraoui signing, he's better on the ball than Saka, so that's automatically an improvement. People were saying Saka's good defensively. No, Saka's never been good defensively. All Saka is good at is 1v1 defending. That's all Wan-Bissaka's good at. But in terms of read and play, in terms of headering the ball out, he switches off. He switches off a lot of times defensively. So I'm happy that we got Wan-Bissaka out and we've brought in Mazraoui. And Mazraoui's good on the ball. He can get forward. He can get forward. People might say he's not that great defensively, but there's not a lot of fullbacks who are great defensively. Let's be honest about it. So this is the thing, and obviously there's still doubts what I have with. There's still a lot of doubts what I have with Ten Hag, and there's some doubts what I have with Inos. But in terms of the transfer and in terms of how quick we have got our business, how quick that we've been getting our business done, I'm happy with. But obviously we got 4 signings in, but that doesn't stop there. We still need to bring in more players. We need to bring in 2 to 3 players at minimum in this window. We need to bring in 2 midfielders, and we need to bring in a left back, because news came out again with Luke Shaw. I'm not surprised. Luke Shaw is injured yet again. Luke Shaw has got a calf injury. And obviously, I haven't seen Tyrell Malacia in like God knows how long. I haven't seen Malacia in God knows how long. So we need a left back and we need 2 midfielders at minimum. So there's still work to be done, and Inos still have a lot of things to do to prove me and prove other United fans wrong. Like I spoke about on Flawless the channel, shout out Flawless. I spoke about the Bruno contract extension, and I was not happy. I was not happy about the Bruno contract extension because the guy is, I've said it before, Bruno Fernandes is one of the most overrated players that I've seen play for my football club. And because all the guy does when he's under pressure, he just hoofs the ball. He just hoofs the ball. Like he doesn't scan, he doesn't take his time on the ball. All he does, he just hoofs the ball upfield and hope for the best. That's what Bruno Fernandes does. And people, I heard United fans were saying, "Oh, we can't have our captain on 240 because Mason Mount's on 250." Well, Bruno should be not the captain of Manchester United, and he should be not on 240 in the first place. Let's get that right. If we're saying Mason Mount should it be on 250k and he wearing the number 7, Bruno should be not on 250 and he should have never been the captain. And that's one thing I didn't like from Inos, because Inos also said, and they made it very clear they must have made it very clear to the players, and they made it very clear to us fans that they weren't going to give players pay rises just for the sake of it. Bruno was crying because Bruno was crying because he was on 240 and other players was on 300, right? And Radcliffe came out and said that we're not going to pay players just for the sake of paying players, and that's why we got rid of Rafael Varane, because he was on too much money apparently. Rafael Varane was on 300k. Rafael Varane was on 300k, and we got rid of him. But yet we gave this guy an extra 60 to 70k a week, and now Bruno going to be on 300, and those are the things that I don't like. And like I said, people were saying, "Oh, because Mason Mount's on 250, so Bruno has to be on more." No, bro. So you're saying to me, yeah, if you're saying to me, if you're with your bedroom and your bedroom says to you, "Oh, jump off a cliff," are you going to jump off a cliff? No, you're not. If your bedroom says to you, "Oh, cheat on your gal," are you going to cheat? Are you going to cheat on your gal? No, you're not. Like, let's stop doing this. Let's not act like Sir Jim Ratcliffe had a gun to his head like Tariq did in Power. When Ghost put a gun to Tariq's head in Power, let's not act like Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Let's not act like someone put a gun to Sir Jim Ratcliffe's head and say that Bruno needed to get 300k. Let's not act like that. So that is silly. And another thing that I have to call out my fan base for is that I've seen a lot of my fan base say that, oh, we got Rufan Nistelrooy in charge, so Højlund's going to get 20 goals this season, Bruno's going to get 20 goals, Rashford's going to get 30 goals. I've heard all of these things. I've heard deluded mutants United fans say to me that Man United are going to score 85 to 90 goals with Højlund, Rashford and Bruno. That's not going to happen, people. Rufan Nistelrooy may be a world-class striker, but he's not going to turn Garnacho to a world-class player. He's not going to turn Rashford into a world-class player. He's not going to turn Bruno into a world-class player. He's not going to turn all of these men to world-class players, because these men don't have the basics. These men don't have the basic fundamentals. These men don't have the basic technical ability, and they don't have the basic football IQ. That's why Ruth and Nisroy can never make these players world class. So we need to stop with this narrative.
I saw it at Arsenal. Eddie Nketiah was around Thierry Henry. It didn't make him world class, did it? You know what I'm saying? That's absolute facts, bro. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Listen, I'm gonna come back to you, Real King, on more of your thoughts and your signings and the way that Man United are moving, because you got to give them props, whether you like the signings or not. They're identifying what they need, unlike Arsenal, unlike Liverpool, and they're going out there and getting the business done. Gaming for life. I know you're a Chelsea fan. What do you make of it, bro? They've got Xerxes. They got Lenny Euro when he was Liverpool's main target. They've gone out now and got Ligt as well and Mazraoui. They need to work on the defense, and they're going out there and they're getting the business done. What's your thoughts as a Chelsea fan?
I mean, listen, they're doing the business. They're figuring out what's their problems. It's the defense that's been their problem. They've got a new right back, new centre back, which seems decent. They need a proper gunman like a Ivan Toney. They need like their midfield. But yeah, this whole wage structure is just pathetic. They get rid of Varane because he's on 300 something, and then they give Bruno an extra 300k. It makes no sense. It really doesn't. But hey, they're doing their business. They know what they want. They're looking. They want to compete next season, and it's going to be exciting to see what they do, especially when they brought a striker that, to be honest, I think they're going to use him more than Højlund if he does better.
To be fair, I mean, it's not an extension. It's only bumping up his wage. And that's that's all because the previous regime got Bruno in the first place and got Mason Mount, made him the highest in terms of wages. So then Bruno's like, well, I'll contribute more to the team. I deserve more money. I personally would have just looked to get rid of him. I personally would have given him the extension.
Yeah. Saudi wanted you after him.
The mess wasn't made by them, innit? The mess at the same time wasn't made by them.
It was made by the Glazers.
Yeah, exactly. So this new regime, it's not really their fault. They're kind of paying for the mistake of the past regime getting in Mount in the first place, because he was never the right ID player. And also putting him on the wages that he was on when he hasn't even proven himself. He didn't even prove himself at Chelsea. So it was absolutely ridiculous in that aspect. But the new regime, at least we can see that, look, listen, I think personally they'll go with Ligt and Martinez as a starting centre-back. Probably Mazraoui, and then probably Delot, maybe move him to the left, maybe. And go with that back four. What's your, before you answer that, Royal King, this question from AJ, big up to my G, AJ, always locked in. He said, question for the Royal King, because they need a left back, would he take Anthony Robinson from Fulham? Would you take him?
Yes.
The left back?
Yes, I would. I think.
Of course.
Yes, I would. I think he would suit. He would suit the way that, because we want to. I've seen a bit more I've seen a little bit more of Ten Hag's style of play in pre-season, but it's all good at doing that in pre-season, but can he implement that in the season? Ten Hag wants to play this high pressing football. He wants to play the football that Liverpool used to play under Klopp. That's what Ten Hag wants to play. That's the type of football that he wants to play. So getting Robertson from Fulham, he can go up and down. He can go up and down on the wing. So he's got a decent delivery, and he's quick, and he's decent defensively. Yeah. So I would definitely take him. I would definitely take him. Obviously, Northside is correct. Obviously, like I said, I'm happy. I'm happy at the way that Inos are getting the deals done really quickly, and I'm happy at the way that they structured most of the club. That's what I'm happy with. But obviously, there's always positives and there's always negatives, and when I see the negatives, like getting Bruno getting a contract and stuff, I have to call these things out, because I'm not going to just be positive for the sake of it. I'm not going to do this toxic positivity, what people call it. I'm not going to, like, I want the best for my club, so I'm going to call things out as I see them.
When was Bruno's contract? When is Bruno's contract running out, bro? Because I know he's like 30 now.
So it runs out in 2027,
Yeah.
But he has an option to extend it for a further year. So he might stay at the club to 2028 if the club or Bruno choose to extend that contract. But right now it's 2027 with an option with a
So he's
further.
still within contract. He's still got another 3 years in his contract. He wants to be the highest paid. I would have said, listen, if you don't like it, go. And I'd actually move him on anyway. That's what I would have said. Personally, I mean, I'm not a Man United fan, but for me, I would have said, listen, we're not raising your contract because if you raise his contract now, at the end of the day, he's hitting 30. So his age works against him. Then you're putting him on bigger wages that works against him. So when you come around the time where you're going to move him on at the end of, let's say you keep him till 2027 or just probably 2026, let's say, or 2025. He's on higher wages, and then you have the problem of moving him on because the wages are the same thing we've had with Eddie Nketiah and Reece Nelson in the fact that nobody sees value in their wages. They don't think they're worth it in terms of the wages, or you're going to have to accept less money because of the wages.
Because right now, Bruno, I think with Bruno,
I would have just got rid of it. If I'll be honest, I would have just got rid of him.
I think with Bruno, I don't think he's gonna play well now because he's like, oh, you know what, I'm on 300k. I might just slow it down. You know what I mean? Because that's what players do when they're on higher wages. They don't perform well.
Yeah, there's too big a. I would have said if I was Inos, I would have said because this motion of United fans saying, "Oh, Bruno gets a club, he gets a badge, he loves the club," and that. If he loved the club that much, he won't be asking for 300k. He would be happy. He would be happy at the wages that he's getting paid right now. He won't be asking for 300k. So let's stop doing this love fantasy world. It's not Disneyland, you know what I mean? It's not Cinderella. Let's stop doing this love fantasy land. So if I was Inos, I would have told him, look, we can't put any more player on. We can't put any more players on any high wages no more. If you don't like it, then we are going to have a meeting with you and with the manager, and we're going to get rid of you. If you don't like it, we're going to get you out. If you don't like it, we are going to get you out the club if you don't like it. So Northside completely correct. And the other big thing what I have is obviously I'm happy at the way that Inos have quickly brought the players in. But the question is now, can Ten Hag manage all the players? Because we've seen, for example, Eric Ten Hag play players under fit. That's one of my biggest problems what I've had with Ten Hag. He played Yenny Euro on the fit against Arsenal. He was 50% fit. And what does the guy do? What does the guy do when Yenny Euro is only 50% fit against Arsenal? Plays him. And then guess what? And then guess what? He gets injured in the same game. And now Yenny Euro is out for 3 months.
Yeah, 2 to 3 months. Yeah.
Yes. So we've done the same thing with Luke Shaw at times. We've done the same thing with Casemiro. We've done the same thing with when Dalot has had injuries. We've done it to multiple players with Rafael Varane, with Martinez. He's done it multiple times. When players are on the fit, he just plays them just for the sake of playing them. No, you have to manage their minutes. That's the biggest thing I have with Ten Hag. And one of the biggest doubts that United fans have with Ligt and Mazraoui is their injury issues. So Ten Hag has to be able to manage Mazraoui's minutes and to be able to manage Ligt's minutes. This is what Ten Hag has to do, and this is what Ten Hag has to do with all the players: manage their minutes, not play players under fit. That's your job to do. These are just the facts. To not play players under fit. That's the biggest thing I have with Ten Hag and how he sets up the team. And I watched the game, the Community Shield game against City, and Jadon Sancho played all pre-season, but the man started Bruno as the false nine. We played Jadon Sancho all pre-season in the false nine, and what does the man do? He does the same thing what he did last pre-season. Didn't play Sancho. So he didn't play Sancho in the false nine. What's the main point of playing Sancho in the false nine if you're not going to play him in the Community Shield, and if you're not going to play him in league games? What's the main point? So these are the questions. So these are the questions that I have. These are the questions that I have to ask myself, and these are the things that I have to call out. And people would say that Inos and that are going to tell him to play. People will say to me, "Oh, Inos will tell Ten Hag what team to play," and that. But I need to see 4 or 5 games of that. I need to see that in the first 4 or 5 games. I need to see evidence of that in the 4 or 5 game, because I haven't seen the evidence. I still don't trust this guy fully.
No,
So,
I hear that. I hear that. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I mean, at the end of the day, just because you're scouting and everything behind the scenes has improved doesn't mean that all of a sudden you rate your manager as this amazing world-class manager. But you can still be happy with your recruitment. I mean, you're doing a lot better than Arsenal, and yet we're supposed to be the ones challenging Man City. Zia, to you, my G. Love for joining. I mean, you see these guys week in, week out. You know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts on Mazraoui and the Ligt leaving your football club?
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm very sad, bro, because I actually think De Ligt's ceiling is very high. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but for me, losing De Ligt is like if you guys were to lose a Saliba. Seriously, I actually think his ceiling is that high. The only problem, and I feel like people don't understand when they say why De Ligt hasn't played enough last season, they're forgetting the manager was Donkey Tuchel. I think they're forgetting about that, bro. You know what I mean? I just have to remind them that the manager was Donkey Tuchel, not being able to manage him well. I'm being honest, because under Nagelsmann, he was our best center back. It's easy. Showed leadership qualities, and the guy's IQ defensively is second to none. His tackling, he's very aggressive, but when he's aggressive and he wins the ball, it's brilliant. It's just phenomenal. Like he's that type of center back. I feel like at United, if again, as you said, Ten Hag manages him correctly, you're gonna get the best out of him. But if he doesn't, then it's just one of them ones where he gets injured, and it's gonna make our director Erbil look like a genius, because the only reason why he wanted to join United is because our board wanted to sell him. Actually, they wanted to sell him because of his wages. He was earning like 15 million euros a year while getting injured last season. So that was the reason. And then with Mazraoui, listen, my mom is Moroccan, so I've seen him for Morocco and for Bayern, and he can play left back, he can play right back. He's very good going forward. Defensively good as well. However, I think Man United fans will find out the hard way. There are going to be moments where he's very reckless, and you're going to see him at moments give away penalties or, free kicks from like the edge of the box up. Like, I would say be careful what you wish for in that regard when you try to overhype him. But otherwise, I mean, you got 2 top players, and again, it's 2 Ajax players that Ten Hag wants. Funny enough, Zirkzee, he had a picture of him with De Ligt and Mazraoui from when we won the DFL Super Cup. Yeah. Back again. But funny enough, Zirkzee was never an Ajax player. He was from our academy, so that's interesting. But listen, at the end of the day, if for my Bayern POV, if De Ligt doesn't stay fit, if Mazraoui doesn't stay fit, our board will look like geniuses. But if they do well, and we don't do well at the same time, our board's going to look like a bunch of idiots. So,
thanks.
Yeah, it's just one of them things. And I'm pretty sure you all want that with your clubs. At least we're doing making brave decisions, let's just say. At least our directors are making brave decisions. At least our directors are the ones making the decisions and not the people above him. Because we always had this issue where our supervisory board was the ones that basically, made the decisions, and then it put us to the situation that it put us in last year. So let's see what happens, bro. Let's see what happens with De Ligt and Mazraoui, and let's see what happens with us at the same time. Just interested to see if we get Ta as well.
Interesting.
I mean, you've said that I mean, Zia, you've put him up there in terms of praise and quality. You say that he's up there with somebody like a Saliba, yeah? In terms of potential and where you think he could become a world-class, eventually be a world-class defender. I'm seeing you got £43 million for him. Do you feel like you guys have undervalued him then with that kind of ceiling?
Oh, 100%. We know when Man United were basically trying to lowball it even more. I was thinking, how dare they? They should be paying 70 million for this guy.
I get it.
You know what I mean? No disrespect to you, King, but in all due respect to you, Man United, who do you think you are, bro? I mean, when we signed him for 80 million, we had an unbelievable first season, and then the second season he got injured and we want to sell him. Now all of a sudden it became down our board value of 50 million, but now you want to value him less than that? Come on now, you know what I mean? It's like one of those things where valuing players, some people do too much. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, facts, bro. I agree. I completely agree. Like, Man United haven't, obviously, like I said, Inos have done well with the structure, but we've never had structure like this for a very long time. Obviously, we've had the Glazers who run the club poorly and stuff. So obviously, Bayern Munich. Obviously, I can see why you would be mad at Man United and why you would rate De Ligt that highly, because like I said, like, De Ligt's decent at intercepting in the box. He's very good at intercepting the box. He's very good at timing slide tackles at the last second. So he's very good position, and he's got pretty good positioning. And people will say that he's not rapid quick, but he's not the slowest. He's quick, but he's not like rapid quick. But he's quick enough.
You know what? All of that is overrated, man. Like, Carvalho was a bad boy defender for Chelsea. He wasn't
John Terry.
John Terry, another one. Do you know what I'm saying? Ledley King, bro, his legs was broken, bro. Like, literally, that guy.
Soccer, bro, you know?
Bro, Ledley King was getting more shots on his legs here than Kim Kardashian's bum, bro, and he was still average. Let's keep it real, like, really and truly, the art of defending, yeah, you don't need to sprint.
Yeah,
it's all about positioning and how you read the game. You don't need to be sprinting all over the place. If you're in the right place and you make sure you don't commit, because a lot of the times defending, is about positioning and timing your tackle, bro. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of it goes into position, because as soon as you're out of position, you remember with Arsenal with Zinchenko, he was out of position. It made it so easy for the defender to just penetrate our defense. So at the end of the day, I don't really think speed is something that, you need to really get at, unless you're going to use a fullback that is in the style of how Liverpool use Trent. Then you could say an overlapping fullback. Then he needs a bit of pace. He's a bit of pace to beat his final man and whipping across. But other than that, bro, like De Ligt, who cares, bro? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say.
As well,
look what Thiago Silva was doing at Chelsea, bro. Look at what Thiago Silva was doing at 39 for Chelsea, bro, when he was in that team, bro.
Bro, Pep as well, bro. Pep was at 39, bro. Still bossing it in the Champions League. He was Porto's best flipping player, bro. The guy was like playing at 38, 39 years old. So I think as centre backs, bro, it's all defenders really and truly. It's all about your IQ and how you read the game and reading the game beforehand and making sure you're marking your man, make sure that you know where to be at the right time. I think this whole thing about being fast or you got to be a left-footed player at left centre back, all of that's overhyped, bro. It's not about that. That's not the main attributes that you need to be a great defender. But listen, I respect what Zier's saying, because you watch him every week. Do you know what I mean? I think De Ligt is a guy that gets a lot of hype. And for someone that doesn't watch that league and I don't have a German team, sometimes I'm like, is he really all that? Sometimes I see him put in a great shift. Sometimes I see him look a bit stinky. And that's in the Champions League. I don't. He's not somebody I see as I haven't seen him be a consistent performer in the Champions League. Yeah, I've seen him have.
I'll tell you something. When everybody was overrating Dyer when he joined us, people don't understand. It was when De Ligt started playing next to him. Because beforehand, Dyer was making hella errors. You know what I mean? And then they bring up the stat that Dyer got dribbled past the least in the Bundesliga. And I'm like thinking, didn't he join in fucking January? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense. So, like, it's just for me, like, I actually think De Ligt, obviously, if managed properly, again, you're going to get the best of. The funny thing is, our fans signed the petition to actually keep De Ligt. But obviously, our directors didn't listen. So, it's such a shame, man. It just generally is a shame we're letting him go, especially for 50 million, man. We could have got more out of that.
100%. Arsenal paid more for Ben White. And I'm not saying Ben White's trash, but come on. Like,
Yeah.
he's the way
Yeah,
that
our club's bad at selling
We
players.
paid
man.
more for
Our
Mason
club's
Mount,
bad
bro.
at selling, so.
We paid more for Mason Mount, bro. We paid 65 million for Mason Mount, bro. We paid more for Mason Mount, bro. And Delikt's are clearly a better player than Mason Mount, so you know what I mean. So
Yeah,
these
you
are the things, bro.
bargained it. Fair play. You bargained it. I'm not even gonna lie. But
Yeah,
I'm
man,
glad you
listen,
didn't bargain
I
it
can't lie
to
to
the
you.
extreme.
You got the harder bargain. I know you got those wages off the books, but I can't lie to you, bro. I feel like you got bumped, bro. And you go, who are Man United? Man United are still Man United enough to go and get the Ligt at a very cheap price. Let's be real. That's an extremely cheap price, bro. 43
I'm telling
million
you.
pounds, bro.
I'm telling you,
know what I
we're
mean?
very bad at selling. We're very bad at selling.
Like
I'm just saying.
Solanke after one good season after winning nothing, one good season is going for more than the Ligt. Man United have to be happy with that recruitment, bro. Not only the recruitment, the money. Because Man United, how much did they pay for flipping Harry Maguire? 80 mil?
Yeah. That's the same amount we bought Ligt, by the way. Imagine.
Oh, you lot bought him for 80?
Yeah, around 80 million. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's I can't lie, Zay. I don't know what's going on over there, bro. You lot are in the mud for this
Bro,
one.
I'm telling you, when it comes to selling players, we are pathetic. This is nothing new. Bro, I remember selling Thiago Alcantara after winning the Champions League for what, 25 million? 30 million? And he bossed that midfield. It's nothing new, bro. What else did we sold so many players for cheap, bro. It just pisses me off. Like,
what's the last good deal you got for a player?
Sorry?
What's the last good deal that you can remember that you got for a player? Like the highest wage you can remember that you got for a player?
Like
I can't
last
really
time
remember.
that we made a sale, that was good.
Don't think it's Lewandowski.
Oh, no, actually, you know what? Lewandowski is not a bad one because we got.
Yeah, that's what I was
60
gonna
million
say.
Yeah, I would say Lewandowski actually because we got around 60 million out of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was over the hill. The thing is, yeah, he was already done out here. So
Yeah.
you got rid of
But
him.
the thing is, so Lewandowski wanted to go, and then our boy just didn't want to try to keep him, but he still wanted to go. And Barca really wanted him. So like at the end, we just asked for 60 million, and boom, he got. So and Barcelona now they don't like Lewandowski. So I mean, I think we
Don't surprise me.
honest.
Do you know what?
Listen,
I'm going through the Licht's injury record. Last season, he had 4 injuries. He had a calf injury, kept him out for 7 days. He had a knock, kept him out 22 days. He had a inner knee ligament tear that kept him out for 42 days.
Yeah.
And then he had an inner ligament injury again. So the inner knee or inner ligament injury had occurred twice and kept him out for more than over 50 days. So
I'm not surprised. I remember that. I think that was during the DFB Pokal game. And we ended up losing to a 3rd division team. I'll never forget that.
And the season before that, he had another ligament. He had an inner ligament stretch of the knee that was 10 days. He had he had a virus to 2 days. He had a calf injury 7 days. He had an injury from abductor pain 3 days. You know what I mean? And then the season before that, he only had 1 injury. Then 2021 season, he had 1, 2, 3, 4. He had 4 injuries. I hear you with the injuries. You know, every season he's roughly getting about 3 to 4 injuries, and some of them are reoccurring.
This is why I'm worried about Ten Hag. This is why I'm worried about Ten Hag because, like I said, like the man played any Euro when he was 50% fit. Like I can see Ten Hag playing Ligt when he's only 50 or 40% fit, and then Ligt going to get a big injury. I can see that happening. Same with Mazraoui, I can see that happening. So we can say about all the positives about Inos, about the structure, about the profiles and stuff that they are bringing in and how quick that they are getting the deal done and how they've reduced some of the wage structure, but there are still doubts. Like people should not think everything is just rosy. Like there's got to be this thing in your mind where there are some doubts there and there's some things that we still need to see and we need to work on. And this is the reality. And obviously, like I said, we need a left back and we still need 2 midfielders. The window's not closed yet. The window's not over yet. We still need to bring in more players over the line. So this is the reality.
No, I hear that. But I think I get every single point that you're. Look at Sunshine. Look at her. She living life, bro. You
Big
know
up
what I mean?
Sunshine.
She's over the moon. Look at her celebrating over there in America.
Big
I
up
hear what
Sunshine.
you're
Big
saying.
up
I think your
Sunshine.
concerns are fair, but I think you know what? Yeah, like we'll ultimately see if these players work out. I think ultimately all you could ask for in the transfer window that your club identify the players, they get them over,
Yes.
the targets that they want, or the majority of them.
Yes.
And it seems to be a plan, and it looks like they're strengthening your defense. You went and got Xerxes that can, hold the ball and bring your forward line
Forward
into the game.
into play. Yeah.
So there seems to be a plan, and it seems to be that they're trying to go out there and identify players.
Of course.
They may not all be world-class players. Yeah, they may not
No.
all be world-class players, but at the end of the day, they're actually looking and they're actually trying to use a plan. Because for the longest, Man United, you're just throwing money at whatever was the most popular player. Alexis Sanchez, Maguire.
It's about the profile. It's about the profiles, Northside. It's not necessarily. A lot of my fan base think, it's about getting all these world-class players, and no, it's not. It's all about the profiles and how they fit in your system. That's what it's about. It's about the profiles that you bring in. And Man United have brought in good profiles to come into the team. Like you said, Xerxes is a Martial, Tony type of player where he would drop deep and link up with play and interchange with the forwards. He gives us a different dimension to a Højlund, to a Garnacho, to a Rashford. So these are the things. So we don't need to be bringing in these world class players, because, like I said to you earlier when you was going on about Joao Felix, like the thing is, the reason why I mentioned that Joao Felix, I think the biggest problem with Joao Felix is because the biggest problem with Joao Felix is his club selection, his selection of clubs, because they've never suited the way that he has played. And Man United have brought in too many players in the past with past managers that have never suited the play. We brought in Paul Pogba under Jose Mourinho. Paul Pogba was never going to work under Jose Mourinho because Jose Mourinho wanted Paul Pogba to do the dog work. And Paul Pogba is not that type of player. Paul Pogba is that type of player like Joao Felix and like Sancho and like players like that, where you have to give these men the freedom. You have to give the man. You have to give these men the freedom to express themselves. This is why bringing profiles in and having a plan is the most important thing. You can bring in a player, but what's the plan?
But this is the thing that's good, that now you got a sporting director, because before your club went from having an overage team after Fergie, then Moyes came in and tried to make it the Moisey team. Then you had flipping, what's his name, the Dutch guy, what's his name again? I forget his name.
Van Gaal.
You know what I mean? And then you're trying to do a madness. Do you know what I'm saying? And then you get Ole Ball, and then you're getting and then there's no continuation with the way you're recruiting players now. You're gonna get managers that suit the style of football that you want to play and can utilize those players, and you don't have to just rip up everything. So listen, this question here about what does the Ligt add to Man United? Is he better than Evans? Yes. Is he better than Maguire?
I think he's your best centre back. I generally think he's your best centre back now.
Yes. Yes.
We'll see. We'll see. I do like Martinez.
Just imagine.
I know, but you know what it is, Northside.
Just imagine
I have to be honest with you. I think he's that type of guy that's gonna be the one leading the back line. That's the difference maker for me.
Yeah. But the point is, bro, he's better than Lindelof, he's better than Johnny Evans, and he's better than Harry Maguire. Whether he's better than Martinez, I don't care. That's could be slightly debatable. But the fact is, he's an improvement of 3 of our centre backs. That's the fact that man needs to focus on. He's an improvement to 3 of our centre backs. So,
and that's the thing I say to Arsenal fans, bro. Because big up to Ravi, bro. He's a real one. But this is the thing I say to Arsenal when I say, "Go get me a striker." Oh, but what's out there? But what's out there is better than what we got. Do you know what I'm saying? So why not do that? Isak is better than what we got. Do you know what I mean? Solanke was up there. He's had a season. Listen, it may only be one season. Whenever any of our strikers had a season like that, scoring 20-odd goals in a season, none of them. And they play for a better team. Why can't we go get an Ivan Toney? Ivan Toney, apart from his ban and then the fact that he's at Brentford, Yeah, he's got better qualities than our strikers that we currently got right now, and that's a fact. Gyökeres has had a better season than all our strikers. Do you know what I mean? So the strikers are out there. Dovbyk had a better season than all our strikers. They scored more goals.
There you go.
At the end of the day, yeah, it's not always about you have to get world class. Is it better than what you have? And if it is, then it's an improvement. If it's an improvement, then you go forward with it. That's how I see it.
It's all about profiles.
I just want to add one thing quickly
And
about Xerxes.
then we'll get Moose in after. Go on.
Yeah. This is about Xerxes quick. I hope you Man United fans are not hoping that Xerxes is going to be the guy to score the goals. Because I remember when they first signed, everyone's hoping that he's that guy to score goals. Trust me, he's not that guy. He's not. He has to be the guy to utilize the wingers.
Yeah, that's what he is. That's what he
some
is.
people look at him as a goal scorer, and I don't see it.
But you know how my fan base rolls, bro. You know, my fan base is like Arsenal, bro. You know what I mean? They would just hype up anything just for the sake of it, bro. You know what I mean?
When he was a kid, bro. So I know, bro. I know.
Yeah, so
I hear it. Let's get Moose in. Let's get Moose in. He's been quiet. Moose, what are you saying, bro?
Hey, how you guys doing? You good?
I'm good, man. Who do you support? What do you think about the Ligt and Mazraoui?
I'm a United supporter.
What do you think about this deal? You must be happy, bro.
Yeah. I'm over the moon. I ain't gonna lie. No, but Northside, there's one thing that I don't like about English media. The way they were disrespecting the Ligt is nonsense. They're saying Maguire, the Ligt is not better than Maguire. I don't know what they're talking about, man. The respect in English media, sometimes, I swear to God, no comment, man. Sometimes it make me scratch my head the way they talk about the Ligt. I'll take the Ligt all day, every day. What are we talking about? Harry Maguire? Are we comparing Harry Maguire to the Ligt? I know there's a myth going on in social media. They keep saying they benched him. They keep saying he flopped in Juventus. If you flop in Juventus, how will Bayern Munich spend the 70 million? I don't know how much Juventus spend on him.
I just said it. We spent around 80 million. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, how can you? Sometimes the Ligt, he wanted Juventus in the wrong time. Sometimes some players go at the club at the wrong time. He won the Juventus who are really struggling when he went there. Even Ronaldo, he's supposed to win with them Champions League. Look what happened to them. It's difficult the day that he won it. He chose the wrong club. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it matters what club you choose as a player. He chose Juventus, and people say he flopped. And guess what? He went to Bayern Munich with big money. He did it well. People just, what they call a lazy journalism right there. Never do their homework. They come in a TV, major sports TV, talking about nonsense, lie. What pissed me off is Paul Scholes. He was talking nonsense. He was saying he's not physical. Well, this is a lie. First of all, you're a Bayern Munich fan, right?
Yeah.
The gentleman that is you. Is he? Yeah. Do you say the Ligt is a weak?
No, hell no. I still wanted him to stay.
Bro, that's called lazy journalism. I don't know where this narrative come from. The Ligt is a bad player. Sometimes changing the clubs might help you. Look, let me give you the biggest example. Ousmane Dembele was non-injury prone when he was in Barcelona. As soon as he left Barcelona, he went to PSG. The guy was fit the whole season last year. Never got injured. Sometimes changing the club, it might help you as mentality, as like what do you call it? You're subtle basically. And I believe the Ligt is gonna prove everybody wrong. Believe me. Remember when we signed Lisandro Martinez? Oh, he cannot play Premier League. He's too short. Oh, he's gonna struggle. Look what happened. Look what I like when the media talk negative about players. Always prove them right. So I'm looking forward for it. Everybody count them out down, but let me tell you this: United definitely is gonna be top four. Definitely. When people always count us out, we rise. That's the reality, though. We know that. I'm not gassing up, but that's a fact. You're not gonna see United back, bro. There is no way we're gonna have the same season we had last season. No way. Ten Hag knows that. And then those preseason games, I see something that I have not seen it last season, and I hope we're gonna translate it on Premier League games. I hope we do it well in the games. But to me, I've seen a lot of improvement the way how we play. For me, the preseason all about just seeing how your team is playing, not about the result. It's all about fitness, all about seeing the style of play. And I seen it. I was impressed. We were so compact, easy to break, bro. Last season is basically it was expressway, highway. Anybody can walk through our defense.
You say that you're more confident that this season won't be like last season. Are you saying that because of your player recruitment, or do you now believe more in Ten Hag? Because I think the real king, he's always expressed that he doesn't really rate Ten Hag. He's happy with the new signings and the business and the players coming in, and the fact that your sporting director and your club look like they got a proper plan and a proper vision. But do you like your manager? Do you like Ten Hag? Are you still backing him? You think he just needed more backing, or are you still not convinced?
I'm giving him this season. This season, there's two things I'm looking at Ten Hag. Compact as a team, play as a team, because I'm tired of playing. You know, this generation, we are into a system-based football right now. Pace.
Fortunately, yeah.
So you got to have a system in order for you to perform. Really, technical player is gone right now. Brazil is struggling producing players. Brazil.
But your manager, he said out of his own mouth, he's not here to play the football that he played at Ajax.
It was last season. Last season was a different situation. By the way, every season is different. Last season. But this season,
why didn't he just say? Because his statement was very to the point.
You know, English failure for him.
Ajax football, yeah. He could have just said, "I don't have the players available, or at this moment in time, I'm unavailable to play the Ajax system." He just straight up said, "I ain't here to play the Ajax system."
But,
which made me think,
but bro, either way, he should. If you're getting Ajax named players, you're gonna play Ajax football.
Yes, bro.
Regardless,
One thing.
That's why I would
get who else and Sancho and all these names. You're playing Ajax football. I don't care.
I know one thing.
He got those players, but he wasn't implementing the football that he was playing.
Yeah, but my point is he should be.
But he didn't have the players.
Yeah, he should.
He didn't have the players too.
That's why I'm asking Moose. Do you trust him, bro? Because
yeah. You know why I say he have to change? Because now we have a new board now. Everybody watching him. You know that, right? No excuse right now for him. This is gonna be his third year. No excuses. You know, so he need to play. Otherwise, you know, he's gonna be fired. You know, right? He knows that. They only give him 1 year extension, by the way. Only 1 year. So he knows. Everybody watching him.
You better pray.
Bro, he's gonna.
You better pray he's not stubborn, man. Because
he knows though. But one thing about Ten Hag, he's not a stupid. I know. I know he might be naive, but he's not a stupid guy. He knows he's gonna come. People are watching him now. The borders are watching him. That's why I'm not gonna be screaming, "Hey, why don't you do this?" No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to see until when? Until like have a season. Let's see how he's gonna do. If he ain't gonna do, he's gonna be sacked. And Van Nistelrooy right there, ready to go.
Man United fans, though, with all these signings, and listen, you may be getting more in before the end of the window. Is your expectation of where you're going to finish change now? You know, where do you, both of you, I mean, you two that are Man United fans, where do you see Man United finishing this season with the new signings?
Third. Or me, third.
You mean top four?
Third or fourth.
I think third is fair.
I'm not being deluded.
Third, no.
Third or fourth.
No.
Third or fourth.
Wait.
Third is impossible. Liverpool are literally better right now.
But Liverpool don't have a CDM.
Yeah, but Liverpool have not played. No. When we sign two, if we sign if we sign defensive midfielder, if you sign two of them, yeah, 3 or 4. Bro, I have to put a pressure on the club, bro. I can't be saying, fifth again. No way. 4 or 3. I'm not accepting less than that. If we sign another two center defender, central midfielder, that's it. If we sign Ugarte and another one, whatever.
I hear you, bro. But I can't really say that we can finish third. Right? I think it depends. I think it depends on what team Ten Hag. Fourth. Sorry, fourth. I think it depends on what team Ten Hag puts out. If Ten Hag goes with Rashford, Garnacho, and Xerxes, we're not getting top 4. because Rashford and Garnacho are not good enough. If he goes with Højlund, Xerxes, and I don't know, Rashford, I don't know. I think the only way that we can get third if we play Sancho, Amad Diallo, and Xerxes as our front three and playing Kobe Manu as...
Excuse me, but don't you think Rashford will be on pressure this season to perform well? Don't you think Rashford is on pressure? If he don't perform, he's going to be down next season. Don't you think he's not going to play well?
I don't think Rashford's been good enough for years and years and years, bro. And Rashford is a likable guy, bro. He's man them in it, but at the end of the day, man has to keep it a book. Like, man don't have the basic fundamentals, bro. Like, man does not have the technical ability, and man does not have the IQ. Like, he's not... All Rashford does is get the ball out wide and kick it down the byline. He doesn't hold the ball up. He doesn't bring other players into play. He doesn't do none of those stuff. And as a player, you have to do some of those stuff. But
I think Ten Hag is going to bench him, though. I think if he don't perform, Ten Hag this season is going to bench him. Trust me, he's going to bench him.
I don't know. I think Ten Hag has his favourites.
No, he's going to bench him. But I think because Ten Hag have to save his job. He's not going to let sacked because of Rashford. I think he's going to bench him. If he don't bench him, then
I'm gonna be honest about Rashford. I'm gonna be honest about Rashford. I think he's washed as a player. I'm gonna be so real. I don't think he's back on form. I don't think he's back on form.
Like, he's been washed, bro. Like, Rashford's never been good, bro. Same with Garnacho, he's never been good. Same with Bruno. These men have never been good.
You said Garnacho?
Garnacho's never been good, bro. Garnacho's just a kick and run merchant, bro.
By the way, this is only second season that's playing fully, so you need to give him time. A little bit.
Bro, we need to stop with the age thing, bro. We need to stop with the age thing. Bro,
I understand. If you're good enough, you're old enough. I know that.
Bro, time is earned, bro. It ain't given, bro. In elite football, time isn't just given. You have to earn it, bro. And the reality is, Garnacho does not have the basic fundamentals.
How about if he comes from the bench?
Like, from the bench, he could do something. From the bench, he could be an impact player. From the bench, he could. But a lot of people think in 5 or 10 years' time that Garnacho going to be good enough to start week in and week out for Manchester United. He's never going to be that player. He's always going to be an impact player. That's what people have to understand.
Because I can't say that, players always improve,
No, they don't, bro. Certain players are just born. Certain players are just born better, bro. Certain players have better genetics, bro. Certain players have better technical abilities. Certain players have learned things at a younger age. So we can't just say every player is going to get better at 19 or 18 or 20. It doesn't work like that, bro. It does not work like that in football.
True, because you lot got Scott McTominay. He ain't getting no better. You lot had Januzaj. He was supposed to be your next Messi. He was supposed to be your Messi. What happened to him? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Man United, you've had a couple of players just like everybody else, bro.
Yeah.
And these players that didn't hit the.
No, but one thing for me, I'm gonna give Garnacho one more season.
There's another one as well, bro. Lingard was supposed to kick on, bro. Like, he was a decent player, but he was never a world-class player. Let's keep it real, bro.
No, he wasn't world-class. No, he wasn't. Yeah.
It wasn't never, though. It was just a decent player.
Like, just because a player's young does not necessarily mean that he's going to hit the height. Every player's young at one time, man.
I mean, I know. That's why I'm going to
become world-class.
That's why I'm going to give him one more season. This is the last season. If he don't perform, it's going to be done, I guess, to me.
You want to give him one more season.
If you want to, fair enough, bro. If you want to give him one more season in it. But, like, the thing is, you can give him one more season, but for me, I'm not with that, bro. I'm with the thing, yeah. If you're old enough, then you're good enough, bro. This is the thing. This is the thing. Like, how comes no one speaks about Foden's age? How come no one speaks about Cole Palmer's age? How come no one speaks about Kobe Mainoo's age?
Bro, they didn't have. You know what? When a player is good enough,
but every player is different. But you guys know that. Everybody's different.
Moose, yeah. Let me say this, yeah. When we're talking about age, no one was bringing up Greenwood's age, bro. If he didn't go through the madness that he went through, nobody cared about his age. You know why? Because he was good enough. He was good enough.
Yeah.
You could see the talent. He was good enough, and he was going to become a top player. No one talking about Cole Palmer's age. Man moved from City to Chelsea. He was never a starter. All of a sudden, boom, he's banging. No one.
Boom.
Do you know what I'm saying? The age thing, yeah, is just a myth to cover. Oh, let's just do the bare minimum and not get rid of this player and go out there and scout. Because when a player's good enough, we don't care about the age, bro. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, yeah, there's certain things about a player you either have or you don't. If you're a defender, you're either a great reader of the game or you're not.
Oh, yeah.
You're either good at that or you're not. You're good at timing your tackles, you're good at your positioning, or you're not. If you're a striker, you're either good at goal scoring or you're not. It's not something that we can keep training you and you're just going to go levels and levels and levels. It don't work like that. If you're an midfielder, you either have the IQ or you don't have the IQ.
Or you don't.
A manager can set you up so you have different options. Like the tiki-taka football was always made so you always had a pass. There was always someone to pass to. So the manager can give you that and he can set the team up so you have different options to pass to. But that eye of the needle pass, that's for you to make that decision. Football is not made in slow motion. It's like that. And you have to have the ability to see the pass and execute the actual pass as well with the right pace, with the right technique to get it at the right part of the player's body so he's through on goal. These are things that you can't coach. The player either possesses it or they don't.
Yeah, but you know, to me, no, I get what you're saying. So Northside, I know what you get, but you know, like, let me give you an example. Like, I know people might say something about Ahmad. They're gonna say, whoa, like Vinicius Juniors. When Real Madrid got him, you see how he was, bro. Benzema and Morocco, we had a Benzema saying, please don't pass to him. I feel like he was against us. Some players that's improved. Some players are just talented, you know, were born talented like that, you know, they're just gifted. Some people just, you know, hardworking. They work hard and they achieve all this talent, bro. I mean, everybody's different. Everybody's different.
No, but Junior already had the talent, bro. He already had the basic fundamentals.
But what talent without? Okay, decision making isn't more important. Isn't important.
God,
decision making, it comes through. It comes.
Yes, it is.
It comes to time. It comes for timing, decision making. If he just improve his decision making, Garnacho will be all right player. I'm not saying he's world class. He's gonna be a decent player if he improve his decision making. He's lacking decision making. If you look at it,
bro, to me, he's just like Bruno Fernandes. He's an impact player.
Yes, Rashford's an impact player as well.
He's that at best. Yeah, because both of them only do well in moments. They don't do well for 90 minutes. Like, every time I've seen these guys, it's always in a moment. It's never because they put a great 90-minute performance. Those kind of players, bring them on. 70 minutes, 60 minutes, you need a goal, bring them on.
It's the same thing too. Like Osman,
look. By the way, you know, so at times
Osman Dembele.
I can't lie to you. At times, all you just need. Is
look, Osman Dembele.
Most of the time, bro, when you see Bruno Fernandes for 90 minutes, more of the time he stinks it out.
He stinks it out, bro.
He gives away stupid decisions.
He
like,
thinks
he does,
it around time, bro.
Like Southside.
Bro, he does it for Portugal, bro. How many times you can see a player in a better position doesn't pass it?
Yeah.
How many times he could wait till he's in a better position. He's skying it outside the box. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy is a running pace merchant, bro. Let's keep it real. This guy ain't great.
But Southside, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example.
Let Zay go. I want
to ask you guys a question. Do you know when people do comparisons of, let's say, for example, a Jude Bellingham versus Musiala? Do you know why Jude Bellingham gets more praise? Because we know Musiala is better on the ball in 90 minutes. Because he pulls up
scoring goals, clutch moment.
More moments.
Scoring goals.
It's a price tag.
You can have all the ability in the world.
It's a moment,
I do agree. You do need to have ability a lot of the time. But however, there are some players, they don't have as much of the ability, but they turn up. I'd rather a player has ability and turn up, but it's very rare you get.
They're not a lot, not more. Those players are not around anymore.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like with Musiala, for example, for me, he has the ability, but he just doesn't turn up enough. Like I want him to turn up.
I hear it. Same like Bedri, you know, Bedri, same thing.
Yeah. I just sometimes in football, guys, I feel like you need few players that have moments within them because that's what's gonna get you over the
That's
line.
why Garnacho has. He has that moment. Garnacho. He does have the
Yeah.
moments.
But
He
then we can
does.
talk about
Whether you
moments.
want it or not, but he does it though. I'm not saying as he's talking about this brother like here. He said a
But we could.
moment. He does have a moment.
Yeah, but how often does he do it, bro? Often does he come up with the moment? How often, bro? It might
He
be
does.
once.
It comes in like 3 or 4
Bro,
or
it
5
might
times.
be once. It might be once every 20 games, bro. Or once every 15 games, bro. It's not like you know what I mean. It might be once every 20 games or once every 15 games, bro. Like for me, bro. Like the moments thing, bro. That isn't for me, bro. That isn't for me, innit? And the thing is, yeah, I get what you're saying about Vinny Jr. But what I'm saying to you is, Garnacho at his age never had the IQ and the technical ability and and
Nah.
and stuff. Vinicius Jr. has always had that, but Ancelotti found a way to unlock it. Ancelotti found a way to unlock it.
When you look at Kobe Mainoo, yeah, you can see that he's a player that's got quality. He's great at dribbling. He's a good passer of the ball. He's got good reading of the ball, good technical ability. You can work with that. When you look at Greenwood, yeah, before you can see this is a top player that can have the potential. He has the attributes to become a world-class player. When you look at Oscar Bob at Man City, you can see
Oscar Bob,
attributes. When you look at Carl Palmer, he has attributes that you can see can become a top player.
Nico O'Reilly knows by the way. Yeah. Nico O'Reilly.
Certain players, yeah, when you look at them, I'm like, yo, I can't see it. Lamine Yamal, you can see the technical.
You can see it.
Decision making. You can see the goal scoring. Even though he needs to work on his goal scoring, yeah, even though he does score a couple of goals, he has the attributes to become a world-class player. What people try and do is use the age thing when there's no ability there. You look at Scott McTominay. What is he great at? What is he great at? At best,
he's just a box cutter. He's just a box crusher.
But when you look at his overall game,
that's what. Yeah, he's a moment player, bro. He's a moment player. He's just a box-to-box crusher. He's basically just a moment player.
This is what I'm saying. You can't just say every young player, but they can come good. They can come good, bro. You have to have attributes there. I say the same thing with Martinelli, bro. He's a limited player. Martinelli's a limited player because when you take the space behind, when you take the space away, and he can't take the space, he is limited because he doesn't have the attributes to take on a player. He doesn't have the attributes other than space and pace. If he doesn't have the space and pace, he's not doing anything. Do you know why? Because he hasn't the ability to. And those are things you possess or you don't. And people try to on these players that don't have these abilities and they say, oh, he will work on it. There's certain things you can't work on. There's certain things you either have or you don't have. And if you don't have it, there is no development for that. But anyway, I want to go into the theme of Banks. Yeah, big up to you, bro. I ain't seen you in time, bro. I know. Listen, what are you telling me, man? It's been a while. What are you telling me?
Yeah, it's been a while. Good evening to the panel, man. Big up to everybody.
Big up.
Now,
you look like you just came out of bed.
I was watching you guys. Let me just drop in because I could see the conversation between Garnacho, Rashford going on. Now,
happy Lavia's fans. So Liverpool fans know that. Happy Lavia Day.
This is the next thing, guys. This is the thing here, guys. With Garnacho, because he was making comparison between Garnacho, Kopama, and who else? I think Vinny Jr. Now, I'm a Madrid fan. When Vinny Jr. came to Real Madrid, at some point I was calling him flop. I wanted him out. Sometimes, as a player, it takes a manager to bring out the best out of a certain player. Right now, I don't think Garnacho is ready to start for United. I don't think he's good enough to start for United. But can he do a job coming from the bench? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yet again, when you look at Garnacho, you can see that, this guy, all he has, sometimes you need to understand the players as well. Ten Hag man management is crap. It's rubbish. You understand? And that is the reason why Ten Hag is not able to utilize this guy. We're talking about a manager who would rather play Marcus Rashford over a player like Jordan Sancho. And the thing that pains me is that you guys have this deluded fan base that believes Sancho is not good enough. Rashford is a star boy. Now, for the past 4-5 years, PR team were linking Marcus Rashford to PSG for the past 4-5 years. But right now, who are PSG coming to sign? Sancho. Sancho went from not playing football for like 6 months for United. 6 months. Then he played 4 months of football at Dortmund, and yet he was still able to outperform whatever Manchester United have in the front line. And when they tell you there's no pressure at Dortmund, that is bullshit.
No, there's pressure at Dortmund, trust me.
No, that's what they'll tell you. There's no pressure at Dortmund. And I asked them, so you're telling me there's no pressure at Dortmund? Is there pressure in Manchester United? Champions League, you're not there. So what is the pressure like? You guys have a bomb manager that does not even Ten Hag. I'm sorry, man. You guys. I'm sure I've seen people thinking United are taking third, fourth this season because of the signings. Like, I'll be worried. If I was a United fan, I'll be worried because I still don't trust Ten Hag. I don't trust this guy that is going to be able to do a good job. I watched the game, Manchester United versus Man City. Ahmad was playing exceptionally well.
Yeah.
And who does this manager goes and takes out? He takes out Ahmad, leaving Rashford.
Yeah.
How does that? Like, does that even make any sense?
That makes no sense, bro.
It took Ruud van Nistelrooy to actually tell him, dude, take out this clown and put Sancho in. Because he could see it. And this is why I think, for me, one thing Manchester United fans don't understand is that Ruud van Nistelrooy is there to take over that job. Ten Hag, like, I still believe Ten Hag will start before December. I'm sorry. I still believe Ruud van Nistelrooy is the guy, the next manager. And that's why sometimes when you look at him, he does not want to get involved. He acts as if he's a spy. He just sit back. If you ask for my opinion, I give it to you. If you don't ask for my opinion, I just keep it. But the honest truth is that I don't think Garnacho is that bad like people think. I watched the guy when he was playing for that youth team. I could see that, okay, there's a talent there. With the right manager, sometimes you need to, give these players instructions. And the fact that you look at Manchester, whenever the United plays, whenever Ten Hag makes substitutions, other managers make substitutions to make a team better. Ten Hag makes substitution, the performance of the team decreases. Then you ask yourself, what is it like when he brings on sub? What is the instruction? Is it telling them? What is it passing? What is it telling them to go and do? Because sometimes all you need is just instruction. Like Vinny Jr. is on the course of conversation winning a Ballon d'Or right now. It took a manager to actually groom him, tell him what I want. This is what I want. You can do that. And when you tell a player something to do and he's not doing, drop him, put him on the bench. And that is where Ten Hag comes in when it comes to, it is not every player you will see that will be hammered or there will be Lemmy Yamal. As much as people still criticize Yamal, I criticize, but I still believe Lemmy Yamal is on another level than everybody at his age.
Yeah.
And you said something about Bellingham and Musiala. I'm sorry, I will have Musiala right now in my team over Bellingham. Because the reason why people are just talking about Bellingham is just this England hype. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but he turns up for you, though. He does turn up for you. You can't lie.
Yeah,
he does turn up.
He does stop. He does up because of the manager. Because he did
put him in the front.
Carlo is able to do is this, man. Carlo is able to, accommodate everybody. Which when people were asking, like, what is he going to do with the Mbappe? I was like, come on. We have seen a player like Bellingham coming to the team and fitting very well. So what will happen to Mbappe? But if you give me an option to choose between Bellingham and Musiala, I would take Musiala all day.
Yes.
All day.
Hopefully that never happens, by the way. But yeah.
I can add to him as well. That's the thing. I can add to him. I can bring him and still add him to the Galacticos as well. I'm building, how to win the Champions League for the next 10 years.
The reason why they're hyping Bellingham is because of the price tag, how much Real Madrid paid him.
The Madrid PR, bro. The Madrid
Bro, I said it before, yeah.
No, it's not a Madrid PR. It's not the Madrid player. It's in the English. Like Madrid
It's a
does
mix,
not
it's a
rate
mix.
players. Come and rate like that.
You
I'm
got
not
to
questioning
question
Madrid.
panel.
All Jude Bellingham is a butt crusher, bro. That's all what man is.
That's
all man
all he is, bro. That's all he is.
That's,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's all.
I will be honest. I think people do too much with the Bellingham as well, in a sense that they think he doesn't have something in his locker. He does have a bit more than just being in the box. Let's be honest. But like,
I
it's
don't think
just
he
also
does, bro.
like there's you know what it is with Jude Bellingham, man. Correct me if I'm wrong, Vance. It's like there's no middle ground with how you rate this guy. It's either you think he's too good or you think he's too bad. Like there's no middle ground to how to rate this guy. I think this is what the problem with Jude Bellingham is. You know, and listen,
I do understand. Like for me, I believe he's a good player. You know, the reason why it looks as if he did well at Real Madrid, exceptionally well at Real Madrid in his first year, was because of this way Ancelotti set him up. Ancelotti was the one that gave him that, set him up in that manner.
Freedom.
I watched the game against Man City in Champions League.
Yeah.
After the game, Ancelotti was asked, "What does he have to say about Bellingham not performing?" Like he asked the reporter, like, "What match did you watch?" Because basically, he gave him a job to do, and according to Don Carlo, he believes Jude Bellingham executed what exactly he wanted him to do. So it does not really matter if there's anything we were looking at for him to perform. But the manager comes out to tell you, he played well. He did exactly what I wanted him to do. And for that's what if he's defending him, I don't know. But for me, in that match, Bellingham was not in that game. He was not in that game. I would have taken him more and bring somebody else.
He goes to that game.
Yeah. Bellingham was he played the match, but
but everyone in that game was just trying to defend for their lives, and that was the whole plan.
Yeah.
So
like
it's hard to judge everybody, you know what I mean? Depending on
City. You always defend against City. You always against Man City. I'm sorry, you're not. You have to just defend for your life to get a result from Man City. And basically, Madrid are not the team whereby we are known for playing tiki-taka kind of football. All we do, we're going to eat you on transition and counter attack. We've got the players. We have players like Jubel, Rodrigo. We have the pace is there, so we don't need to be knocking the ball around with you. We just eat you guys on counter attack, and it worked. Yeah, it worked.
Yeah. I mean, we had to do the same against B-Tech, Man City, Arsenal. You know, we had to do the same thing in the same night. I mean,
let's not with Northside, man. He's in tears. Let's not.
We had to do this when we had to pocket Saka with Guerrero and Mazraoui. That was lovely.
Southside, are you gonna win the Premier League this season?
I already know my answer to that. Let's go.
He's gonna say no.
Adeleki. Let's go to.
Think you're winning it.
Up to you, bro. Let's
Yo,
get you in.
big up, Northside. Thank you for having me, bro.
What's your thoughts, bro? Because you was putting in a couple of comments. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, no. Temba, I'm not gonna lie. Temba triggered me. He triggered me, man. I was about to go to bed, and then I heard the United analysis. I was like, wait, what? Temba, who do you support?
Madrid.
No Prem team.
You can't talk down to him. Look at him.
Yeah, but it's not been a fair about Ten Hag, though. I ain't gonna lie.
It
wasn't fair to Ten Hag, though. I ain't gonna lie.
No, I didn't like. Listen. It's not even that. It's just because you don't support a Prem team. What's the
but
point?
Who do you support?
Oh no, I support United, bro. I support United, and I didn't like the Ten Hag analysis at all. Bro, like, come on, are you capable of being objective? Like,
thank you. Tell him. He's been even he right to write it. He's not been honest with Ten Hag, by the way. He's been biased about Ten Hag.
How am I not being?
You said nonsense. You talk about nonsense.
Adeleke.
And about Sancho too. Sancho, would you like? You want to write it down? History. Rewrite history about Sancho. Rewrite history about Sancho.
I'm listening.
You know what? That Sancho conversation is not something you guys don't want to have.
No. It's dead.
Wait.
Let me speak.
Now, this is the issue with Sancho now. Because I know when you talk about Sancho, everybody tells you cannot give him 3 months. And that is a stupid excuse.
How?
Yeah, okay. You gave him 3 months. You gave him 3 months. He came back from the 3 months.
And did what?
You played a player as a first 9 all through preseason.
Oh
He
my
did.
God!
He,
Wait, stop.
no, wait
Stop.
first now. I'm
Stop.
coming. Okay,
Stop.
okay. Let me hear you.
Stop. You can't. Okay, so we gave him 3 months, right? He came back and he did fuck all. Do you know how bad it is when Sancho came back?
Thank you.
And people are asking Garnacho to come to the bench because Sancho is starting games and there's no impact. Like, it's bad. And the thing is as well, a lot of people like to say he's playing Anthony over Sancho. And that's not the case. The problem that Sancho has is he allowed Garnacho to jump ahead of him. How did you allow an 18-year-old? That's the problem.
Work ethic.
No,
That's
I
not
don't
how
think it's
any
that,
work
bro. It's
ethic.
because Ten Hag has favorites.
Work rate. No work rate.
When you say he allowed Garnacho jump over him, that statement is wrong because Garnacho earned this position. He earned it. And at this point right now, Garnacho is also knocking the door on Marcus Rashford based on the impact he has whenever he comes into a game. He's knocking the door on Rashford. So it's not like as if he was giving he earned it. He was at a position whereby he deserved it. But what I would tell you guys is this. Even with the fact that Ten Hag comes around defending Sancho, comes out and say, okay, everything has died down. I will tell you guys, the beef is still there. Ten Hag does not rate Sancho. Ten Hag does not rate Pelistri.
I don't rate Sancho.
Nobody rated. Would you swap? Would you swap with him, Rodriguez? We give us Rodriguez. We give you Sancho.
No.
Like, am I swapping Rodrigo?
Yeah, good deal, bro. Because
you acting like Sancho.
I will not even take the star boy of United. I won't take him much United. I won't take Marcus Rashford.
Okay. Please,
I will not swap. I will not swap Marcus Rashford.
Then why are you gaslighting us about this guy?
About Sancho.
Yeah, you gaslighting us. You all of a sudden think Sancho he's a baller with no work ethic. With no work ethic. He does not have a work ethic. I don't care how talented you are. No work ethic.
Wait, does Marcus
Rashford
even
the no work ethic is BS though?
Does Rashford have it?
He does not. This guy down the body language. You can see all that.
No.
I think what you guys need to understand is that Ten Hag has favorites. Every manager does have favorites. And
I agree. I mean, every manager have a favorite.
Yeah, but the problem is as well, bro. The problem is as well, bro. I said it about the profiles and that, early on, right. We want Sancho to like press, and we want Sancho to like be direct in that. Sancho isn't that type of player. Sancho is that type of player where Sancho's a link man. Sancho wants to link up with players. That's what Sancho is. And Man United, the reality is Man United have misprofiled Jadon Sancho. The same thing what they did to Paul Pogba. We brought in Paul Pogba, and we never had a plan for him. We never had a plan when we signed Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho is that. Jadon Sancho, Donny van de Beek as well, yeah. But like Jadon Sancho, yeah, is that type of player that you have to let him to do what he wants. You have to give him the freedom. Yeah. That's the best way to get the best out of Jadon Sancho.
But that's because you profiled him. Let's be real. Pogba had the quality, and Pogba was doing it when he was actually set up in the French team to do what he does best.
Yes.
So the problem with Man United, at times, is not the player that you identify, is how you use it. You guys,
it's how you use him.
That he's gonna rip down the right wing and he's gonna take on 1-2 plays. He's not that type of player. He likes to play 1-2s. He likes to play off of a bit like Saka.
There we go.
Saka's the type of player, that likes to take on the actual player. He likes to play off of Odegaard. He likes a fullback that overlaps him, that he's got someone to pass to. So the problem is, I feel like you misprofiled Pogba, which is why you made him the destroyer. You had to be the destroyer. You had to be the creator. You had to be everything. Where you're actually you're minimizing what he actually does great.
No side.
Same with Sancho. When you saw, I was watching Sancho in the Champions League last season, and I can't lie, it was night and day. Why? Because Dortmund knew how to play him. They knew how to get the best out of him, and he was cooking. He was taking on players. He was also linking up players really well. He was scoring goals, and he was being effective, which is why he was in the starting lineup. At the end of the day,
sorry, but I got questions though.
And he does have the attribute, and you have to play to a player's strengths. Now, if Man United didn't want that type of player, you shouldn't have bought the type of player.
type of player.
Those are his
Yeah.
attributes. He's not going to get the ball like Rashford and run a million miles an hour.
Yeah.
No.
Or like Martinelli run a million miles an hour. Now, when we're talking about the player's attitude, I remember this whole thing about attitude, can sometimes be a myth. I remember when we got
It's a myth, bro.
and it was his attitude. Yeah, when Arsenal were trying to get him from Dortmund, he had an attitude problem. He had no attitude problem at Arsenal. He had no attitude problem at Arsenal. He was getting golden boot. He was getting top scorer with Harry Kane one season. Do you know what I'm saying? He was scoring goals for us when our whole team was trash. So the whole narrative around him before he came to Arsenal was, this guy's going to disrupt the dressing room. This guy isn't going to listen. He didn't display that for his time at Arsenal. So really and truly, at the end of the day, sometimes you need to read in between the lines. Your manager was making Sancho have his lunch in the car. Like the way you treat a player. If you treat a player badly,
Disgusting.
I don't know.
don't treat players fairly.
No,
Anybody, hold on a sec. Let me just finish this. Yeah. In any workspace, in any job, if you treat a player badly, they are going to drop the tools. Do you know why? Because it ain't the same energy all around. And the way that he was treating was disgusting. Now, yes, he has to be professional, but the manager has to be professional in the way he deals with the employees. If you go into work right now and my manager tells me, regardless, you're supposed to talk to me. You're not supposed to tell me, go eat your lunch in the car. There's ways to deal with people, and the man management is poor. Anybody sitting here right now that works. At the end of the day, whether you're a good employee or not, there's a way that people are treated. And the way that he was treated, I can understand why he down tools. There's ways of communicating that you want more from your employee. And the way that he was treated at times isn't the same way that we saw from other players when they got into their stuff. Do you get me? And that is why I feel like he dragged down his tools. It's very easy to go with the media because the media is saying, he doesn't have the right attitude. Are you there? Do you know him? That is something that is hard to tell if the player doesn't care because you're not there. If the player's not good enough, it's a different thing. But how come he's not good enough? He's not good enough at Man United when he's good enough at Dortmund and he's playing in the Champions League.
He's not good enough at Dortmund.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
No. Can I
He's good.
Let me say
All right,
something.
let's go. Hold on. Let me go Zir, and then we'll go back to you at Adeleki. Zir, you watch the Bundesliga. You're a Bayern fan. Was he not performing in the Bundesliga?
Yes, he was. And by the way, the first day he entered Dortmund, I saw clips of everybody in Dortmund admiring him and appreciating him. The fans and the staff, everybody appreciating him. And guess what? Because of that, he performed.
Should have bought him.
I personally think.
But guess what? Dortmund moved different than when
Northside. I'm trying to remember all the things you said. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the thing you said about him eating lunch in the car park, I don't know. I don't think that's true. If it's true, fair enough. But
I don't think so.
Is it truth?
Is
it truth?
No, it's not true.
Is it truth?
Nah.
Like they were giving him his lunch box in the car.
Nah.
It's me personally.
You guys like to gaslight everything.
I actually don't know. I'm not gonna judge this
Do
one.
you know what I think? Do you know what I think about Jadon Sancho?
Listen,
I think Jadon Sancho should have never joined Man United because he never fitted their system. It was a bad decision.
I agree with you.
I agree with you.
Bro, the thing is,
In hindsight,
you know the thing is, bro. Northside just explained it there, right? When you go into a work environment, you get to know people, this is not just a football thing, this is a football thing in real life. Like when you get to know people in real life, everyone is different. You can't speak to everyone in the same manner. There's certain there's certain ways that you have to, there's certain different ways that you have to communicate to people. There's certain ways of throwing people under the bus. Like there's certain players that you can have a go at, but there's certain players that you need. There's certain players that you need to put their arm around their shoulder.
True.
Bro, you know, I'll give you a good example. At work, me and another younger guy is from Goa. We get all the jobs done in our team. But when they look at us, we're the ones that got an attitude because I don't come into the office with a big smile because I'm not a morning person. Do you get me? But the guy that's always like, yeah, mate, you're right. Yeah. I'm looking at the boiler. Yeah. I'm looking at, I've got all the this guy does nothing, but he looks like he's giving it 100%. But this guy is always in the office. This guy's always having a tea. This guy's always having a cigarette break. This guy's always trying to get in and out of doing work. And we're doing all the work. But in terms of body language, Me and the other guy look like, oh, they don't do anything. But then when you look at the stats, because it's all done through the phone, who's doing all the work? So there's a misconception sometimes in, oh, that person looks lazy or that person isn't in it. But sometimes the person that's doing they're the laziest ones or the ones that are not doing the most, but they're good at making you think that they're doing something, but they're not. So the thing is, it's hard to say, oh, that player, listen, if a player's not good enough, I'm all for you saying, if you don't think he's good enough, fair enough, your opinion.
Fair enough.
Say that the guy is is the guy, he's lazy and stuff like that. Really and truly, do you see him training every day? Do you see him play? Like, you know, everyone's demeanor. Martial was another one, bro. Martial was another one. I look at all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? But I would say more injuries effed up his career than
Can I respond to Northside? Can I respond to Northside, please?
Go on.
You compared Saka to Sancho, and I think you're giving Sancho too much praise there because for me it's night and day. Saka is miles ahead of Sancho.
He's not, bro. He's not.
Listen. Like,
I agree with you. I agree with you.
No. You cannot say that. You cannot. I'm sorry.
Saka's built different.
As it is right now. As it is right now.
In the Champions League. Double digits in the Bundesliga, bro. And so.
You know what, Adeleke? As it is right now.
Can I speak next?
He's a better player than Sancho. But if Sancho has kept that momentum from when he left Man City to Dortmund,
that was my next point.
Be on the same level. Or Sancho will have a higher ceiling than Saka.
He'll never reach it. And
No.
I have a question.
I was talking about a situation whereby he never came to Manchester United because before a club will spend £76 million signing Sancho after chasing him for 2 seasons. It tells you the player is a good player. So we are talking about comparing Sancho and Saka. We are not doing that comparison based on current form.
Don't do that comparison. Please,
if I did on current form, he said
it's not even about form. Look, think about it, right? You mentioned Man City. Pep gave Sancho a contract. The same contract he gave Foden, all the youngsters, and Pep himself, he came out and Sancho didn't want to fight for it.
We know who Pep is, man. We know who Pep is.
Yes, but like, Pep was never going to give Sancho the freedom, bro.
Bro, it's a consistent thing. So at Man City, Pep basically said, look, I gave him a chance. He wanted to fuck off. He fucked off. Fair enough. He goes to Dortmund, and you can't deny it. He's racking up fines for small things, small petty things like showing up late to team meetings, showing up late to training. It's a mentality thing. If I go back to Saka, if Saka can fight from being a left back to now a starting nailed on right winger in the league, top right winger, he's built for it. Sancho's not built for it. I'm sorry. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with saying that. And you talk about
Saka had no competition.
Wait.
But by the way, do you know why Saka's rated highly? Again, moments.
No,
I clocked it.
whatever.
Exactly, bro. Yes, moments.
You're talking about
Moment FC.
He's talking about Sancho getting fines at Dortmund. He's getting fines at Dortmund and he's getting the job done on the pitch. We have Eric Cantona. Eric Cantona was an hassle at Manchester United. He's still rated as a legend of the club, no matter how crap he was, how kind of annoying it was off the pitch. But he's still rated.
I promise I'll be 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Not even more than 2 minutes. You were talking about Sancho suiting Manchester United. Sancho doesn't suit the Premier League, full stop. It's not about Manchester United. He doesn't suit the league. There's a reason why we went out for loan.
I agree.
I agree with you.
There's a reason why he went to Bundesliga, because he knows that league. He knows how to play. He's comfortable in that league, and that's fair enough. I don't want to crash it on Sancho. Like, I'm actually disappointed because I wish it worked out. I was one of the United fans that wanted him, but I realized he's just not built for it. He's one of those kids that feels like he should get it rather than earning it, and that's fine. But don't do it at my club. Go away. That's perfect.
Anthony built for it?
3 months. We go back to the 3 months extra preseason they gave him. They gave him 3 months extra preseason. And then this brother came back and he had no impact. He went to Dortmund. Billy, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he got like 4 GA in his loan spell. You can have that if you want, if you think that's acceptable. If you think that's good, fair enough. But all in all, in between, like, okay, if you have Ten Hag as a manager, and I remember that game very well against Tottenham, we lost 2-0, and they asked him why wasn't Sancho played, and he was just like, he wasn't at the right level of training. I didn't even think it was a big deal, but because it made it,
Now
everybody
they
was
lost that
talking
game
about it.
against. That
What?
was against Arsenal. He lost the
No,
game 3-1 against
no,
Arsenal.
it was against Tottenham. It was against
I
Tottenham.
got.
It was against Arsenal, bro.
It was
This is the thing, yeah.
Arsenal.
This is the thing, yeah. This is the thing. This is the thing, yeah. Man's talking about Jadon Sancho's lazy and do all of this and that, and yeah. But bro, like, let's be honest. The greatest players that we've seen in the world are not great trainers, bro. Let's be honest, bro. Like, bro, we've seen Eden Hazard. Jose Mourinho came out and said Eden Hazard is like the worst trainer. But you know what Hazard did every week? Hazard turned up every week for Chelsea, bro, and won stuff for Chelsea, bro. Like this is the thing. Like we need to stop. We need to stop this thing, bro. Like this is why GA has taken over football. Just because a player scores more goals and more assists, they think, oh, this player is that player because he gets more GA. We need to stop with the GA thing. Like football back in the day was about how good you was at actual football, not about how much GA and how much assist you get. And this is the thing. And Ten Hag management is poor. Like Sancho wasn't even in the squad against Arsenal. A man called him out in the media. If man had a listen, bro. Let me finish, bro. Please, let me finish, bro. Right, let me finish. Man came out and said that Sancho's man basically came out and said Sancho's not training well, this and that. You can't be saying that in the media, bro. There's different ways of handling it, bro. If Ten Hag had that much of a problem with Sancho training, why didn't he say it behind the scenes? Why did he have to go out in the media and say it, bro? That's not the way that you should handle players, bro. Like certain people are sensitive. Certain people are sensitive, bro. Certain people are quiet, bro. Certain people are loud. Certain people are sensitive. Certain people have to be taught things to do things better. Some people have to just do things to make people better. Like there's different ways. There's different ways of handling people. Ten Hag thinks he can speak to everyone in the same way, and in reality, he can't. Because not everyone's the same.
To your point, quick, I'm gonna let Adeleke go. Yeah, I'm just gonna say one real quick, and then Adeleke, you can go, and I won't interrupt you.
No, sir, I want to get your opinion.
To his point, though, I was just gonna say quickly to his point of what he's trying to get at. When you say that you can't handle every player the same way, that was the problem with Mourinho. It made him great, but it also made him fall out with this new generation of players. The fact that he thinks he can deal with everyone the same way and he's gonna get the same reaction. That's all I'm going to say. But Adeleke, you go.
No, sir, I want to get your opinion as well because we need somebody to be neutral. It just doesn't make sense how you can see things so one-sided. You can't give somebody 3 months to get their shit together and then they throw it back in your face. It's not right. It's not fair at all because you have to think about the whole school. What?
Let me come through.
That 3 months we're talking about is long gone because that was the previous season.
But why? Okay, but why?
Now we're talking about a new season entirely. Now you played a game against Arsenal. You lost the game 3-1. Sancho was not in the squad. It was Tottenham, and Arsenal, the press now that is coming to get at you because what Ten Hag did not understand was he gave the press the answer the press actually wanted.
Yes,
he could have said no. He was not in the team squad, or he could have lied and said something about like, okay, he had a knock, or he's not really like feeling too well.
Facts.
Not come outside and throw the player under the bus. And you look at
he should have thrown him under the bus a long time ago because you know why? Because when he gave him that 3 months and they're asking him every day, where's Sancho? And he's protecting him, telling him he's trained, telling the media he's training. Why should he continue protecting? You know, some people need tough loving. In this life, you can't baby everybody. You get it. You can't baby everybody.
You're just saying this right now.
Out of your end, you guys would probably not be happy as well.
If this Sancho right now get to be from players from the previous generation of football, they will come and tell you, I will prove this manager on the pitch. I'll prove him wrong. But because we have a generation of players that are always on their phones, They will tweet stuff. They're not supposed to be tweeting stuff. They will like stuff they're not supposed to be liking. And you don't come outside and throw a player under the bus and you expect him to just keep quiet.
I remember my point now. So
You
we
can't.
had 2 instances where Garnacho and Rashford showed up late for training and they were benched, and then nothing else happened. They fixed up. They came back.
Now, what happened?
Wait,
what happened with Rashford? Rashford going to Belfast, go clubbing, drinking alcohol.
Did
Knowing
Rashford,
fully well that you are
did
coming?
Rashford put out a statement like Sancho? Did Rashford go on social media after 10 seconds and put out a statement?
Did he apologize? Because what Rashford did
Well,
was
you were
what
telling me we don't know
and
what happens closed doors, so I
Sancho
have
did.
to assume that he apologized, because after that it was
He did
nipped.
not.
It was forgotten. He did not. So
He did not.
he didn't. You know
He
he
did
didn't.
not.
You know he didn't. Yeah, Mr.
He
Madrid
did
fan,
not.
he knows
It's just the
he
same way people say Sancho apologized to Tenan. That's why Tenan brought in him. He did not.
You know
Because
that,
what
yeah?
is this, man?
Fact.
How you know?
All of a sudden, he comes around. You bench him for one game.
I have to go to bed because I've worked tomorrow as well. Listen.
It's Sancho agenda. I mean, Sancho. Sancho defenders.
Listen, bro, if you don't like Sancho, that's calm. Like, he's a Madrid fan. I'm an Arsenal fan. Zay's a Bayern Munich fan. Really and truly, we don't really care in it. Like, it's not our club in it. If you want him gone, you want him gone. Now, real talk. Like, I don't really.
I'll take him a Bayern.
We run in history. We run in history
Bro,
about Sancho.
look at the super chat from Sliced Bread. They gave him they protected him from social media. People forget. I don't get it. How do you forget one half, but then you want to remember the other half?
Agenda. It's agenda against Ten Hag. That's it.
But anyway,
but we can say it's an agenda against Sancho as well.
Me, bro.
It goes both ways.
Well, no, I don't have no agenda. I'm just they're not speaking of fact here. Defending Sancho too much, and they not realizing the fact. Sancho, we rewriting history about Sancho. We forgot what he did. Oh my goodness, Sancho is not good enough. He's not good enough. Good enough.
Okay, no worries.
I'll take Sancho. I'll take Garnacho over him, and I'm glad Garnacho playing over him. Sancho is not good enough. He's not good enough, really. If Dortmund think he's really good, they tweeted, "Oh, Sancho, owe us apology." Okay, he does owe us apology. Why don't you buy him then? Dortmund gaslight and everything.
They don't have the money, bro. They don't have the money to buy him.
Okay, then shut up. Then don't say anything. Then shush. If you don't have the money, shush. You don't have to be saying things like that. You know,
if they have the funds, they will take Sancho and they will make you guys come back again. And after 2 years,
no. Sancho is done. He's done with Man United.
We saw it with Pogba.
I think
you guys gave Pogba for free, and went in and bought him for 89 million. Like, come on, man, free.
That was Glazer. Now that shit's not gonna happen anymore.
You guys are
not going to happen.
You are still under the Glazers.
Nah. It's done, bro. I can see the changes already. You know.
What is funny here, guys, is this: you guys are going to go and get Ligt and Mazraoui. And these are players Bayern Munich don't feel they are even good enough for their team.
No.
Can I tell you something? I'm a Bayern fan.
Champion is signing.
Bro, I'm going to tell you something. If our directors get the Ligt and Mazraoui thing wrong, I will be there to cook them, bro. I'm telling you.
You listen? You hear what he said? You push an agenda.
Because that takes no. I'll tell you why. Because it takes massive balls to do that. It really does. You know what I mean? Who do we have? Just because I know he wants to say, "Oh, I don't want to." Everybody does this. Oh, they're not. Why they're not playing? Let's look at our defenders here. So we got Upamecano. Dyer. We already know what's good, so we let's not talk about that. You know what I mean? Now we just got back Stanisic. Okay, fine. Maybe he can play all over the back four. So okay, maybe, you know. Well, we're gonna get in Tom most likely because he wants to join us. Okay, is he an upgrade to Ligt? Hell no. What else do we have? Kim Min-jae. I think Kim Min-jae should start personally. Who else? Ito can play left back, center back. There's no guarantees that somebody's gonna take the reins that Ligt had at our club. Let's be honest. So when we say that Ligt unwanted,
thank you. Let the people know. Let them know.
I want to see what he wants to do.
Let's have balance with what we say here. You know?
Yeah, we have to have balance, bro. But like the thing is, what that guy was saying earlier, about because he's what if he logics with Sancho was oh, like Sancho thinks he's already made it and this and that, yeah. But I could have the same. But even though I don't think Sancho's like that, I think Sancho's a quiet guy like Martial. He's a quiet guy, and he just minds his own business a lot of the time. And he's not on like socials like that. He will go off socials if he's getting abuse and stuff like that, yeah. But I could have the same. I could have the same thing with Garnacho. Garnacho thinks he's already made it. Bruno Fernandes thinks he's already made it. Marcus Rashford thinks he's already made it. But the reality is they haven't made it. Marcus Rashford and Garnacho and Bruno, they think they are world class in their minds. They think they are the guys. They think they are the real deal. Sancho's not like that. Sancho's just a quiet guy. Sancho is just a quiet guy what goes around his business and he just wants to play football. That's what Sancho is, that type of guy. And I don't like when people do these narratives of saying he's lazy and that and this and that, because the reality is we don't see him in training. We don't see these things. Like we are just making assumptions saying that he's a lazy trainer and he's this and he's that. Like I think in my opinion that is wrong. And I think he also said that not everyone can be babied, but like not everyone should be babied in this society. But the fact is, in society now, right? In society now, and I can speak on this because I'm 21 years old, right? I can speak about this. In this society, I have learned a lot more people are more sensitive as they used to be. More people are more sensitive as they used to be back in the day. And this is why, and we can arguably say in real life that we have to be careful at certain things that we say now. There's certain things that we can't say. There's certain things that we can't say now. But we could say 30, 40, 50 years ago. There's certain things we can't say now. And this is the reality. I just think I don't have a problem with Ten Hag not liking Sancho. If Ten Hag doesn't like Sancho, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. But my problem is you should have made that clear behind closed doors. You don't go out in the media and be telling the whole world. That's not right. If you had a problem with Sancho, you call him in the office and say, look, I wasn't happy with it. I wasn't happy with that. And certain people learn stuff by just doing stuff. Certain people learn by telling, people giving them advice. You know, there's different ways what different people learn, and this is why management is important, not just in football, but in life in general. When you're going jobs.
Players, bro. Man had Joe Hart, yeah. He made him feel like, yeah, you're the guy. Because the season he came in, he won the league. Got rid of him. He never cussed him out. Got rid of him. When he brought in Bravo, then got rid of him, but never cussed him out. Got rid of him. Look at the way he got rid of Zinchenko, Jesus, all these players, bro. That he's like, yeah, you can go. Alvarez, oh cool, all right, no problem, you can go. He never makes a fuss. He never brings it to the media, makes it a big thing. You know what I'm saying? Even to be fair to Arteta, like there's certain players that he's not that fond of. He never came out and bad at them. You know what I mean? Which is, I actually think is the right way to handle it. ESR is not part of his plans. We got rid of him. You know what I mean? We got rid of him. Cool, goodbye. You've gone to Fulham, no problem. Eddie Nketiah now, okay, you're going now. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's not coming out and saying all these things about I don't like this about the player, I don't like that. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to do that. A lot of times, you got to get on their side. Let them do what they got to do. If you got to have the player for a year or whatever, wait till the transfer window, and then you sell him. You don't start coming out and saying all this madness about him and all this and that. You got to play managers to a degree have to play a political game. They do, because you need the players on side. If players are not on side, you're losing your job. That's it. You know what I mean? So the fans will be able to tell. Listen, when we're seeing ESR on the bench, when we're seeing Nketiah or Reece Nelson on the bench, i.e. for Arsenal, I can see that my manager doesn't have them in my plans. He doesn't need to come out and say it. You don't need to come out and say it, because one day you may get an injury. You need to rely on this guy. When you think this guy that you've bashed now is gonna play for you. So you got to be political, because you never know when you'll need this player. You never know what can happen. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's all it really was. And you need to be consistent. The treatment of
Yes.
Sancho, I didn't see anybody else at Man United getting treated like that apart from
No.
Sancho. And that is the thing where players can look and say, well, what's going on here? How come next man ain't being treated like that? Let's all go on. Like, you guys had issues. You had issues with Anthony and his girlfriend. I never saw him get dealt with the same way that Sancho got dealt with. Do you know what I'm saying? I never saw.
That was different, though. That was different situation.
But the allegations were serious, though. The problem is the player can look at it and say, well, how come I'm not? He's getting dealt one way. I'm getting dealt with another way. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, why is that? You have to be consistent, bro.
Yeah.
Outside football.
It doesn't matter. The way you're approaching it, the way you're approaching it is the player's gonna look at it as you're hanging me out to dry.
Yeah.
He wasn't playing though. He wasn't playing. You remember when he had that case? He never played.
To be fair, though, some cases, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it wasn't clear, and you can't just. It was allegation, so it wasn't even.
That's why
true.
Anthony took a break to go and sort it out. But what I'm saying right now, like,
you know, footballer get away with a lot of stuff.
You have to be consistent because the way Ten Hag handled the Rashford saga of going to Belfast is different from the way he handled Sancho. And for me, I felt what Rashford did was even worse than what Sancho did. And Rashford came back after one game. He's played to the first 11. So basically, he used what he did to Sancho to learn how to handle players. Because we saw Garnacho liking tweet as well. What happened? So that's the thing.
Bro,
he apologized though.
You're spitting, bro. You're spitting, but this is the thing. It's not just that north side, It's like when you see like the thing is, Sancho. Like it's not just that you've lost Sancho. You've lost most of the dressing room as well. Like this is the thing. We all know that Sancho probably has bedrooms at United. We probably know that he has his mandem at United. If his mandem at United, because we know Rashford and Sancho are bedrooms, and Sancho has more bedrooms as well. Like if they seeing Sancho getting treated like that, the other players who like Sancho, they are going to have a problem with Ten Hag as well.
Yeah,
because they be saying, how comes you're treating him like that? Why? That's wrong. And this is the thing. Like Ten Hag thinks, by falling out with Sancho, he thinks that by just falling out with Sancho, he just falling out with Sancho. No, you're falling out with multiple people as well. You're not just falling out with Sancho. You're falling out with multiple people because you're letting Sancho hang himself to dry, and other players are seeing it, and other players don't like the way that you've been treating him. And the fact is, when you don't have other players on side as well, you're going to be on more pressure, and more likely you're going to lose games. And this is why management is one of the most important things, because you can be together and everything can be going all rosy, but suddenly when you have a problem with a player or you fall out with a player, others can follow. So
I hear that. That makes sense. Listen, we're gonna go to Abdi, then we're gonna wrap up because I do need to go to bed. I have got work tomorrow. But big up to the whole panel, man. I appreciate everyone jumping on. Abdi, have your final say, bro, and we'll wrap up.
Northside, big up, man. I listen to you a lot, man. The Somali brother left as soon as I got here, man. Maybe you saw another Somali brother and dipped out. What's going on here? You can't have two Somalis in the panel at the same time. It's
it's gonna be war.
It's gonna be war, man. Now, speaking on the Sancho situation, number one, I would take Sancho at Arsenal. I'll be honest. I think the kid is a baller. Ten Hag is
take him.
Yeah,
go take him.
Ten Hag. Ten Hag is a baller. I mean, Ten Hag is an absolute fraud. The way he treated Sancho for me was unforgivable.
Yeah.
Because
take him, bro. Give us Saka. Let's swap Saka.
No, the video and the master of the new. Let me finish what I gotta say first, man. Really. For me, Ten Hag treated him like Pep wouldn't do that. Arteta wouldn't do that. A lot of these big time managers would not throw a play under the bus like that, honestly. And I don't know why he's still at the club. Just get rid of the guy. Get whatever you can. Get him to PSG, whatever he wants to go. I think his skills have been diminished playing at Manchester United. Honestly, he should go somewhere where he could. You saw him when he played at freaking Dortmund, man. He was balling out. At least the latter part of the season, especially in Champions League, the kid was balling out. The kid's got skills, man. That's why you bought him for like $80 million to begin with.
Thanks.
You see what I'm saying? But
Thanks.
let me put that to the side because I'm not a Manchester United fan and I don't give a fuck about him. All right. What I care about is this fraud in my club that's still there. Brother, I've been supporting Arsenal since I was in like a refugee camp in fucking Kenya. You understand? And
wow.
The fact that for 20 years, man, we haven't seen a fucking title. And some of these fans, some of these Arsenal fans are fucking killing me. There's few channels that I listen to. I try to listen to everybody's opinions. Not everybody can have the same opinions. I respect that. But I don't know how you have a manager for 5 years and 8th, 5th, 2nd, and they want to keep saying, let him stay.
Facts.
Let him stay.
Yeah.
The standards, man, because when I grew up watching this fucking club, it's either you win the Premier League, you win the double, you go far in the Champions League, or it's an absolute failure. That was it. Yeah. And now I asked somebody the other day, an Arsenal fan, I was like, hey, if he doesn't win this year and if he wins the FA Cup, what are you gonna do? He said, contract extension. Listen, I'm a big fan of the FA Cup. I love the FA Cup, right? I love the FA, right? Yeah. That's one of my favorite tournaments, honestly. I love the FA Cup. I've always loved the FA Cup. But if this motherfucker, sorry for cursing, if this mother doesn't win the Premier League or the Champions League or both, he got to go, man. I'm over this shit, man. Because second, it means nothing to me. You can get 100 points. You can get 100 points and City get 101. I don't care. You got to win. That's it, man. I think in the future,
it's been in fact, man. It's been in fact.
Keep supporting Manchester United. You're gonna sit at 8.
Hey, we'll be back. Don't worry. I mean, we're not gonna be like this forever, We'll be back.
Bro,
right.
The fact,
don't worry about us.
Bro.
Yeah, you've been saying you're coming back. You sound like us right now. You sound like us 10 years ago.
Yeah, but bro,
we're coming back.
First of all, you win, and come talk to me. How about that?
Is chilling, bro. We're just chilling.
How about that? Bro, you're spitting. You're seriously though. You're spitting because I know Arsenal fans. Yeah, Arsenal fans will be saying, "Oh, we expect Arteta to win the league or win the Champions League." But then,
Phase 5.
But then guess what? What happens at the end? But guess what? At the end of the season, when they don't win anything or whatever, there was it's context. Oh, we had injuries. Oh, Man City were too good. Oh, Man City got 115. They be making all of these. They be setting all of these expectations. Yeah. But then when they don't live up to them, they will make up a shitload of excuses. Basically, that's what they would do. And everything seems to be, and Arsenal fans think it's everything about themselves. Like when it comes to Arsenal, we always got to bring context. But when it's Man United, but when it's Man United, Chelsea, Man City, Tottenham, other clubs, there's no context. But when it's Arsenal, it's always context.
The problem.
What phase are with my Arsenal right now? Phase.
What'd you say? Oh, we're
what
on
phase in Arsenal right now?
We're on phase 25. I lost count. I don't know what phase we're on right now.
God knows
these men aren't serious, bro. These men have got win the dog, bro.
Check this out. Arsene Wenger, he sold us top 4 as a trophy. You understand what I'm saying? And now Arsenal is trying to sell us second place as a fucking trophy.
Yeah.
I can't. The fact that you celebrate second place and they're going around like we have accomplished something.
Yeah.
What have we accomplished? Man United were more
Journeys.
successful.
That's it. Journeys.
Man United more successful than us last season. They won the
Yep.
FA Cup. Liverpool won a trophy. You
Yep.
understand? Even Chelsea went to Wembley twice? You see what I'm
Yep.
saying? So he doesn't take cups serious.
Yep.
And now the missing piece, the difference maker in our club right now, I guarantee you, we sign a striker, we win the league. That's what they're doing. Nothing. We're fighting over Marino for $30 million for a month and a half.
Oh, yeah, you
Yeah,
gonna get him?
these men are fighting
Is he
over
even
Franklin
answered?
from Snowfall. These men are fighting 5 million from Franklin from Snowfall from Eddie and Ketia, fam. You know what I mean? Like, bro, they
Listen.
haggling over 5 mil for Eddie Murphy, fam. Franklin from Snowfall, fam. That's what that's what they are doing, Arsenal. That is what they're doing, and that's the hilarious thing. And I always say this, yeah. But when us rival fans talk about football, what do we talk about? We talk about trophies. When all of us rival clubs discuss on which club is bigger, we don't base it on third place or second place or fourth place. We base it on how many trophies we've won.
Yeah. And
Arsenal has become a nursery where everyone says, "Oh, let's say hi to Declan, guys. Let's say hi to Calafiori. let's bring a dog and call it win. Let's plant a tree. Let's plant something. Let's plant something in the training ground. Let's say hi to everyone. Let's plant something in the training ground. Let's put a dog toy in the Arsenal store."
no,
These
you
man are,
know what it is.
it's crazy.
It's the club. The club has done this for 20 years, right? This you see a lot of these guys, a lot of these YouTube guys are like in their early 20s, right? They haven't seen Arsenal lift a trophy, right? And if they did, they were like 3-4 years old. I don't want to call out ages or anything like that. They've been sold this PR agenda that if you get top 4, successful season. If you get second, it's successful. And it's like there's no team, there's no big club on this planet right now, any of the European leagues, right? That keeps a manager for 5 years that hasn't won shit. None.
Yep. None.
You go to every league. If you don't produce at the maximum 2 years, 2.5, sacked. In La Liga, even if La Liga, forget about Atletico and Real Madrid and Barcelona. I'm talking about like the bottom half teams. If they lose like 2 or 3 games back to back, the manager's being looked at, and they sack shit. They don't play around there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sevilla
Do
went
you
to like
know what, bro? Do you know what, bro? Like the content creators, a lot of them, they know what it is, but they choose to go down a route that gets them. They put their own personal goals ahead of what's the best for the football club. That's what I would say. And this is why most of them,
I feel like it's overdone.
not all of them, not all of them, but we know which ones that are, and there's a lot of them that are. Because if you're just gonna spin everything is amazing at your club, and every year you keep saying we're gonna win the league, and every year it's incredible, and every year, even though you keep getting proven wrong, and everything's amazing, and everything will be great, and everything's just gonna work out, you get the most traction. Which is why even when to my club, there's a lot of content creators that don't even support my club and go with that. Why are they doing that? Why is it only with Arsenal that it's the most amazing thing and it's scary? Because there's traction behind it. And if you're an Arsenal fan doing it, you're going to get even more traction. We've seen people that don't support Arsenal saying that we're amazing and we're unbeatable and get 30, 40,000 views. They're not even Arsenal fans. Some of them are rivals. And this is the thing. A lot of people will rather play a game than actually speak truth on their football club for their football club to become great. They put that ahead of their club becoming great because they want to be full-time, because they want to have the followers, because they want to earn money. Listen, we want to earn money. Am I going to lie and say I don't want to earn money? If I can earn full-time living off of this, then I can do more content. If I can do more content, everyone's happy. The people that want to watch me and me being able to do the content that makes me happy. Because at the end of the day, even though this club stressed me out, I know I'm talking my truth. I'm talking the truth about this club. But a lot of people say, well, it's going to be long to grow a platform like that. It's going to be this, it's going to be that. So they put their own interest. At the end of the day, that's the decision that they want to make. That's on them, innit? At the end of the day, I'm just, everyone can do what the hell they want to do. And when they get clipped up and when I make them a thumbnail, they can't cry because they know what game that they're playing. You know what I mean? So it's one of them ones, bro. Content creators know what they're doing, bro. Because when you start doing content creating, you watch a lot of these content creators. I've had content creators tell me behind the scenes, oh, you know what? No, I'm not even an Arsenal fan, you know. But every time I keep making videos about Arsenal's amazing, I'm getting bare views, you know. This is on my it's on my granddad's grave. Certain man told me this. Yeah. And listen, I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? If you're a rival, then to a degree, you have no loyalty to my club. But if you're a fan and you're doing that just to get the views, and I'm supposed to respect you based off of what? Yeah. We're supposed to be men. Men are supposed to stand on something as a man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? As a man, bro. Do you know what I mean? But a lot of people won't, bro, because you know why? They want to quickly get to as many K as they can to time, and whatever way they can get to it, they'll do it. And the easiest route is to gas everything up. You get the least traction, you get the least abuse in your chat, you get least people clipping you up, you get the most views because it's pandering to what the fan base want to hear. And it is what it is, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So content creators, I take it away. A lot of fans that don't do content, some of them are genuinely, they don't know what they're talking about. But the content creators that are doing it, bro, they're systematically doing it for a reason, bro. Why aren't they doing Tottenham are scary and scintillating? Why aren't they doing that every single week, bro? Why aren't they bashing it? It's like the same old clubs because they know the traction is there. They're playing a game. That's what it is.
No, the thing
that's what they do.
The thing is, the other thing that I really I dislike the most nowadays is, you know, you can't go around telling people the Arsenal is a big club, and then when you raise the standards of a big club, they get pissed off. See what I'm saying?
It's like, which one is it?
Yeah, you can't go like, we're bigger than Chelsea, we're bigger than this, we're bigger than that, blah blah. Okay, then let me hold you to that standard. And as soon as you hold Arsenal fans to that standard, they start to break down and they start to get emotional and say, no, what are you talking about? Like you said, going back to context, oh, we came second, we got close, this and this. Yeah. Listen, if you want to behave like a big club, it's very simple. If you want to behave like a big club, if you want to be respected, you have to win trophies. It's simple. I don't understand this context thing. Yeah. You know, it's like when let's say you out in the street and somebody mugs you and you pull out a gun and you kill them, right? And that's called, when the police come, you give them context. Hey, this is what happened, right? That's when context is needed. When it comes to football, there's no context. You win, you don't. It's binary, man. It's you come first or second. That's it. You came second, failure. Yeah. You failed.
I mean, for me, I look at it as this, right? Depends on where you are and where you are now. Like, I'll give you an example. When Arsenal were leading for like majority of the season, right? The whole expectation shifted because it went from being top four to now all of a sudden winning the league because they were way far ahead of City then. And then all of a sudden they choked. You can blame Arsenal because, again, the context was even though you were supposed to go for top four, you were literally so far ahead. But the problem is you let City overtake you, you know? So I do think context matters, just people overdo it.
Yeah, in fact, bro, it's absolutely facts, bro. And about Northside, about saying Arsenal fans will never go against their club because the thing is, is that Arsenal fans don't want to be proven wrong. They don't want what's best for the football club. They want to be proven right. These Arsenal fans who are chatting the most, they always want to be proven right. And when they set the expectations and they don't meet their expectation, they can never own up and say to Northside, "Oh, I'm sorry, Northside. I got it wrong. Arteta weren't good enough." No, they will never say that. They will never say that. They will always come up with an excuse, bro. They always want to be proven. They always want to be proven right, bro. And the reality is, all of us know as humans, like it's okay to get things wrong. It's okay to get things wrong. You know, mistakes, you're going to make mistakes happen in life. Like I said, no one's perfect, bro. Like you're going to make you're going to make mistakes, bro. And Arsenal fans can't be saying, oh, we're better than City, we're unstoppable, we've got Declan Rice, and say, oh, and then yeah, when Man City win the league, oh, it's 1-1-5. Oh, Man City are unstoppable. Pep is unstoppable. As long as Pep is in the Premier League, we can't win the Premier League.
You can't escape expectation in life. You can't escape expectation in life in general, not just in football. If your parents get you into college or get you into university, there's expectations for you to deliver.
Yes.
It's not going to be excuses about we've just spent 30,000 getting you into uni and now all of a sudden, oh, you're leaving uni with nothing. It don't work like that. If you get married, there's expectations. If you live with your partner, there's expectations to be able to provide. If you have a child, there's expectations for you to deliver and make sure the child grows up in the best way. Every way in life, when you get a job, you get the job off the basis that you hit the requirements to continue being in that job role.
Yeah.
Where in life do you get any praise for not reaching your expectations? And expectations will differ depending on the circumstances, but expectations exist everywhere throughout life. Whether you're a son, whether you're a husband, whether you're a boyfriend, whether you live with someone, whether you pay rent, whether you live on your own, whether you've got a car on loan, whether you've got a mobile phone, whatever it is, there's expectations of you. And when you don't meet the expectations and you fall short, you will be penalized. If you don't pay your bills, what do you think is going to happen? There's an expectation that if you got a phone contract or if you got a car contract or if you've got anything, bro, there's nothing in life that comes for free. And there's nothing in life that there isn't a bar of expectation. And Arsenal fans, and this is the problem here, this younger generation of Arsenal fans, I struggle to see how they're going to deal with life because you have expectations of you. Sometimes it's hard to deal with. Well, guess what? This is what being a man is, bro. There's expectations of you. Bro, I'm running a YouTube channel. My girl complaining to me I don't spend enough time with her. Guess what? I still got to make it work. Then I'm going part-time. I still have to bring home a certain amount of money. So then I got to work harder. It's expectation. I don't turn to my girlfriend and say, oh, you're toxic and negative. Can't you see I'm trying to build a YouTube channel? I'm not saying that to her, am I? There's an expectation to pay bills, bro. Do you get me? It's truth, though. Yeah. There is expectation. I'm not sitting there saying, oh, you know what? Can't you see on my YouTube channel money on phase 3? I've only been having the channel for 3 years. I'm on phase 3. You're so negative. Bro, there's expectations. I signed the contract with her to have a mortgage. There's expectations of what is required of me, regardless. So this whole thing, even this is why with this fan base, I always feel that how do you look at life? Because where is it in life? Can you say to your bills, I'm only on phase 5 of paying the rent? What? So you can go 5 months without paying the rent because I'm on phase 5 of paying the rent. So you're gonna say to your wife, oh, you know what? I proposed to you, but I'm on phase 5 of actually getting the wedding done, bro. In every life, bro. Go to a foreign parent and tell them, oh, I failed uni the first time, but don't worry, Can you just keep re-signing me to uni?
No, in our world, you get
only on my 5th year can I qualify because I'm on phase 5, even though we keep getting in more and more debt. Does this mentality in life make sense? It does not make sense, bro. It makes logical sense, bro.
Northside, let me ask you this, because this is what I believe. If we don't sign a striker, not just any striker, a difference maker, we're coming second again. Where do you stand on what do you think we're coming at this season?
This season we'll probably finish second. The thing is, I really wanted to make my prediction after the transfer window. Okay. Because obviously look at Man United, they're still making, even though I don't think they get into the 3, they're still making signings. We're still yet to see what Liverpool are gonna do. Maybe they do nothing, maybe they do something. Man City, I'm still expecting to win the league. But as it stands, I still see Arsenal finishing about second and not winning anything. And on that basis, I want him sacked. Simple as that. I want him sacked. He's had everything that they wanted him to have. There's no more excuses. And now the last ditch thing that they're coming out with is context. I'm sorry. Everything you told me that you wanted him to have, time, influence, getting the right players, getting the money, getting the backing and decisions, whether it's goalkeepers, whether it's defenders, whether it's strikers, whether it's Kai Havertz, whether it's re-signing Eddie Nketiah and Nelson. He's had everything you wanted him to have. Whether it took Klopp 4 years, he's had it all now. It's time to get over the line. I want him sacked right now. I'll be real with you. I don't even want to give him this season. But the thing is, he's gonna be given this season, so I can't do anything. I want him sacked right now. I want him gone. Nothing will put a bigger smile on my face if I wake up tomorrow and I open my black eyes and I see that he's sacked, bro. I swear down, I'm gonna have a parade. We're gonna have a Portuguese parade live, bro. I swear down, if I see this field,
I hear it.
Pray too, brother.
I hear all of that. I hear all of that. And when you said about expectation about in life in general, what people have to understand and what Arsenal fans have to understand, because Arsenal fans always say, "Oh, look how far we've come, this and that. Look how far we come. We've done so well." And that the reality is as well, when you are doing well in life, you could be doing well in life for 2 decades, for 2 or 3 decades, but you could be doing well. But if you let your foot off the gas 1 minute, all of it could be tarnished. And this is why in life in general you can't relax, bro. Like in life, bro, you can't relax in general, because there's going to come a time where there is an expectation, bro, and they're going to be expectation more. They're going to be more expectation when you are doing well.
The thing is,
that's the reality.
That's the thing that people
you know what I find funny. I find funny quickly. You know what I find funny?
Yeah.
I find it funny how Donkey Tuchel beat Arteta and he's gone and Arteta's still in.
Yeah, it's facts.
Going based on what you just said, what I was gonna say is people don't understand. Listen, a lot of these clubs, the clubs in general, are a business, right? They're an organization, an institution.
Yes.
At the end of the day, it's a business. Now, Arsenal has become a family-owned business. That's what they've become. Because if you are running a business, like Real Madrid is running a business, like Bayern is running a business, even PSG to a degree running a business, Barcelona, this big Chelsea. I'll put Chelsea in there as well. Chelsea is in the mud, but they are ruthless, right? If they want somebody, they go get it. If there's a missing piece, they go get it. The issue with Arsenal is we are running a family picnic, right? Because Eddie Nketiah should have been gone. I would have whatever Marseille wanted, I would have been like, take him. I'm good. You know you don't want him. Get rid of him. You're not gonna play him. Even if he stays this season, he's not playing. That's a fact. So why keep him? ESR, I wanted him gone last year. Not because I dislike the guy. I think he's a brilliant player, right? But he doesn't play. He don't play. He doesn't play. So get rid of him. Reece Nelson. What does he do when Saka is not playing? He doesn't do shit.
Yes.
Get rid of him.
Thanks.
No. It for me, it's just, and the players, he's an academy player. We like him. He's homegrown. Are you trying to win or are you trying to start a family business? This is a business at the end of the day. That's why I always respect players for doing what they want to do. Alvarez, for example, at City, I got a lot of respect for him. He said, "I've won everything I want here. I'm not playing. They don't. I'm not the trigger man. I'm not the first man on the sheet. I want to go play somewhere where I'm the fucking man." What did he do? He said, I need to get out, and they got rid of him because you know why? Clubs, they do that all the time. They get rid of players because they don't want them anymore. It's a business. It's not friendship. It's not friendship at all. But Arsenal, every season is a fucking picnic. We're holding hands.
It is.
Let's kumbaya.
Because they'll celebrate a Rob Holding and an El Nene sitting on the bench that don't do anything, happy to take a wage because they're so good, they're versatile, they love the club, they can do a job, they've always stayed loyal. They stayed loyal to their own bank account. They stayed loyal to that money that's coming in their flipping account every single week. That's what they stayed loyal to. They didn't stay loyal to us. We're just stupid enough to keep them around. Do you know what I'm saying? So absolute facts, bro. Listen,
people
big to everyone that's locked in.
People do that time, bro. That's what it is.
We're gonna have to, you know what I mean? We're gonna have to wrap up, unfortunately. But big up to man like Flawless for the raid. You know what I'm saying?
Big up Flawless.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna redirect. We are gonna redirect to.
Big up to you as well, Northside, man. Big up to you for having us in the channel, man.
Big up to Real King. Big up to everyone that's locked in right now. Big up to everyone that's joined. We are gonna redirect. Big up. We're going to redirect to Saeed. Was it Saeed? I think it was Saeed. No, sorry, Hussam, to the A-listers. Big up to everyone that's locked in. We're going to redirect.
Yeah.